Getting it going. Let's let some peeps get in. What's going on, guys? Saturday night streaming. Let's get some music going. We got a little opening title screen. Let's let some people get in. You so much. Oh no, 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 oh no. Let the music ride. Say what's up if you're coming in. Oh no, 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 darling, I need your love. Need your love. What's going on, Billy? Derricus. What's going on? OMC 89. OMGC. We got a little title screen. Let's get some jams going. Saturday night streaming. I'm going right now. We gotta run that song back one more time. Love that song. We're getting it going. Let the people get notified. DC Marvel United, what's going on? About to order a Incinerator Trooper. I like it. Negan X Army. Notifications are going out. Let's let the people come in. And let's just jam out to some music. Yeah. Don't you see? I can't sing, but I'll sing anytime. Suck at it. Wish I was good. Who else we got in here? Ryan Ritchie. Say what's up if you guys are coming on in. No. Brian Fontaine. 6 Scale Scavengers. The King. Welcome on in. Collecting Dad. What's going on? I need your love. Getting in there. Alright, I think we're gonna have a good show tonight. I feel like we got some things to talk about. Should be a good time. Let me move this. Where's my live stream actually at? Right here. Okay, cool. And we're gonna pop this out because I know some people who watch my live stream after the fact like to be able to see that. Okay, I'm gonna put that there. We'll move this over here. I had the Remnant Trooper in my cart today. I couldn't pull the trigger. Really? Why is that? Fill me in. Ryan Ritchie, my favorite YouTuber right now. Let's go, dude. I appreciate you. Amber coming on in. What's going on, Amber? Amber. Okay, for the people that were in my stream last time, Amber came in with some strong words saying she had over 100 statues. I kind of found it hard to believe. DM me on Instagram after. I checked it out. I can confirm that she does have over 100 statues. She has a video on her YouTube channel. It was unbelievable. Her collection is actually insane. Hugh, what's up, Economist? What's going on, dude? Bro, you got me collecting Star Wars. Why did I go down that rabbit hole? DC Marvel United, I'm sorry. It is a deep, deep hole. But it's a good hole to be in. So don't trip. We got our tea here. Rocking a Beatles cup tonight. Big A. Whoop! I'm here. I wasn't here last time. What's going on, dude? Yeah, a lot of people were actually a bunch of people like DM me on Instagram and commented saying that they missed my last live stream and that I need to do a better job of marketing it, which is definitely true. So I did an Instagram post and I uploaded to my story and I suck at all those things. So hopefully we get everyone in here that wanted to watch. Brennan, happy Saturday. Good. What's up, dude? Happy Saturday. No better way to spend a Saturday than talking about hot toys. Well, for me, I'm not a huge Star Wars collector, so for me to get a trooper, it will have to be one that I really love. I'll probably wait for the Death Trooper. Yeah. If you're not a huge Star Wars fan, The Remnant Trooper isn't one you need to trip over. Death Trooper is a much better option. I think definitely from an investment perspective. We have to talk about the Snyder Cut, the Batman and the Suicide Squad that happened in DC fandom, and potential Hot Toys figures. Yeah, dude, for sure. Someone actually DM'd me on Instagram. Was that you who DM'd me on Instagram about that earlier today? I have mostly just Marvel, but Kylo 10 and Emperor. Oh wait, let me swap this to this screen so you guys can see the chat too. I have mostly just Marvel, but I have Kylo 10 and Empire Vader. Nice. No, I mean, those are good ones to have. Yeah, man, you told me to be here Saturday at 9. I'm here. Let's go, dude. Yeah, dude. I'm pumped you guys are in here. I'm pumped all of you guys are in here. I think this will be a good stream. I feel like we got some interesting things to talk about. Should be a good time. I have a question for you. I got my Remnant Trooper, but the box arrived damaged. Would you return it / exchange it or just open it? Did the shipper box arrive damaged or the actual like Hot Toys box? If it was from Sideshow and the actual Hot Toys box, just message them. Honestly, like, this isn't the best business practice, so I'll just give you this information. You can do it as you will. Sideshow has a sometimes very liberal policy for their returns. I know somebody who got a very expensive statue from Sideshow and a piece came broken, and they just sent him a brand new one and told him to destroy the old one. So if you ordered it from Sideshow, I'll just leave it there and you do as you wish. I suck at IG. We need someone to run our account. Yeah, dude, Brian, I hear you. I'm so bad at all that stuff too. Somebody literally messaged me on Instagram. He might be in the chat now, so say what's up if you're in the chat. And they were like, hey, he basically told me like he works in social media and that I suck at marketing and that I need to do a better job. And it was totally heard. They are probably going to release Robert Pattinson Batman Hot Toy for sure. Dude, that would be sick. And then can they give us a Robert Pattinson from Harry Potter, please? Griffin, what's up? What's going on, Griffin? I appreciate you being in here. I know, obviously, I know a lot of you guys familiar names. Griffin, definitely one of the big ones. Most of you guys are a lot of the very active ones. So I appreciate all of you. Pop Sick, he's here. What's going on, dude? A moderator. For sure. Let me just pop that over here. And we'll do that, and we'll put that here. Re-release of Ben Affleck Batman. Honestly, you guys need to fill me in a little bit on this DC stuff that's happening. I know, like, obviously, a lot of people are excited about what's going on, but like, you guys fill me in. Fill me up on the DC news. Here's the new Bat trailer. Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Already flipped my Annie Lightside from yesterday. Easy 150 profit. Hey, if you don't need it and you need to put money into the collection, do you, brother? Good job. Like the stream, everyone. Yeah, Popsick, popping it in. Let's go, dude. So glad I bought my tactical bats in February with the Snyder Cut coming and Ben Affleck being in Flash. Yeah, dude. That's a good look. That's a good look for DC for sure. Shipper and the inner box. Yeah, I mean, if the inner box is damaged, I would reach out, especially if it's from Sideshow. They'll take care of you. They'll either like have you send it back and they'll send you a new one, or there is like a small chance, I've seen it before, where they just like basically send you a new one. But I don't know, with just the box being damaged, that's probably not gonna happen. But if it bothers you enough that you want a new box, they have a great return policy. They'll just I'm sure they'll just send it to them and send it back. Was it a glitch with Anno Toys? Was gonna get Mudtuber but didn't in the end. Thank you for bringing that up, Billy. I'm gonna talk about that actually right now. That's one of the things I want to talk about in today's video. I was going to make a video on this. Anno Toys had a restock, but it looked kind of sus, which is why I didn't make a video on it. And I actually reached out to them and talked to them and confirmed they did have a glitch in their system. But I do have some interesting information on that on the follow. So for those of you guys who aren't familiar, I'm sure everybody in here by now is familiar with Anno Toys. I talk about them a lot. They have random restocks of really good Hot Toys sometimes for really good prices. And on Monday, they showed in stock on the Mud Trooper, and they showed in stock on Obi-Wan Episode 3 Obi-Wan Standard for like 270 shipped. Let me first show you guys. Okay, here, I meant to do this. Okay, I need to like I need to somehow be able to have browser open and chat. Does this work? How's that gonna look? Yeah. That works. There's probably a better, like, more professional way to do this, but we'll get there when we get there. Star Wars. Oh, is the music too loud? Can someone tell me if the music is too loud? Maybe like one of the mods or something. I moved the speaker closer, but it might be too loud. Where's my... Oh wow, they already went out of stock. Oh, actually, did they update it? Let's see. They might have updated the system error they had. Yeah, music a bit too loud. Cool. Let me lower it a little bit. I would have imagined that. Okay, cool. So they fixed their system. Brian saying music's too loud, but he's an old guy. Brian, you're not an old guy. The thing with age is, if you spend $4,000, if you spend $3,000 or more on toys a year, you're not old. And I feel like a lot of us in this chat and on this channel probably spend somewhere near there. So you're never old when you're spending that much on toys. Okay, so they updated their system. But at the time, Mud Trooper went in stock. And I was like, wow, I'm going to make a video on this. But then I also saw a bunch of figures that also went in stock that definitely cannot be in stock. Like, they had Episode 9 Kylo. So I reached out to them. They said they did indeed have a system error. But they they said that they are going to have more Mud Troopers at retail, which is good. But the really crappy part was that they don't have this Obi-Wan. This showed in stock, which is crazy because 12,500 Filipino pesos shipped is going to be like less than $280. Plus, the big thing, Anno Toys finally fixed their shipping. For those of you guys who don't know, for a while, Anno Toys' shipping thing was like messed up, like their calculator or whatever. So you would order something and then they would like invoice you the shipping and it would be like $70. But now it's like $38 shipped to East Coast in the States, which is a lot better. But yes, the Obi-Wan was not in stock, but they had a bunch of things. Also, they still have Krennic, but it looks like they fixed their system now. Was the Anno Toys Mud Trooper mistake? I ordered one and they haven't gotten back to me yet on if it was a mistake or not. It was a mistake that it is in stock, but I talked to them and they said that they do have some coming in. But don't trip or anything if it's not like a big deal. Like, the only thing you lose is time. They're like really good about like refunding you as soon as you want your refund, and they just like refund you in full through PayPal. But I would probably just shoot them a message on Instagram. But as of now, they said they don't know when they're getting the Mud Trooper in stock. But they did give me a little tidbit of information. I don't know like how valuable it is, but she told me, she was like, yeah, we're really sorry. It was like a system error where like a bunch of things showed in stock, but they're actually not. And then I was like, okay, no problem. Can you just refund me? And they said, sure, no problem. But I will let you know, we do have like, we're going through our inventory right now, and we're probably gonna have some figures that are gonna show up in stock. So like, happy to refund you, or if you want to just let us hold it for a bit and you can pick if there's any things on like this restock they're about to do. So it sounds like they might have a restock coming. I don't know like who at the company I was talking to, like how high up they are, or if they really know that well, but I thought that was interesting. But like, obviously there's no reason for me to keep my money there, so I was like, okay, thanks for like the info, just like refund me. But I'm gonna keep an eye out on the site. So keep checking Anno Toys. We could see like random restock. One thing that was interesting is this Leia, I believe, was not here before, although this price is ridiculous. So it wouldn't even matter if they put this in stock. That would be interesting if this goes to in stock. That could be a good sign to keep in mind. If we start to see like new things pop up Anno Toys, but they show up out of stock, that might mean that they're about to come in stock at some point. It's Popsicle. Let's go. I got that Mud Trooper for about 300 shipped. Oh, from Anno Toys? Yeah, dude. It's like this is like 290 shipped to the States, which is really good. And it sounds like they're gonna get some in stock, based off of what this woman told me. So if you already ordered with them, I would probably maybe like if you don't need to put the money into it right now, I'd probably hang out for a little bit and see what happens. And like when this thing comes in stock. Right now they said they don't have an ETA, but like I can't imagine it's that far off. I scored Age of Ultron, Hawkeye, and Black Widow for 200, both on Macari. I also you got Hawkeye and Black Widow for 200. Chat, should we fact check him? I mean, we're gonna tall man. We're gonna. There's no fibbing here. We will check this. because that is an unbelievable deal. Here, let me put it here just in case any like. Okay, let's fact check this guy. Tall man, you are officially in the hot seat. How do we find this? Let's do Hot Toys, because that is an insane deal if you actually did. Black Widow. Tall man, what was the listing called? Just so I can try and find it faster. I'm also not that familiar with the Macari because I don't use it that often. I pre-ordered that Mud Trooper for $289 shipped. I guess I'll contact them to see if it's really coming. Nice, Chumpinator. Yeah, dude. I mean, like, $289 shipped for a Mud Trooper, that's a scoop all day. Brian Fontaine, good stream, 6 comments. Have a good evening. I appreciate you, Brian. Thanks for jumping in. What was I going to do? Oh, to eBay. I mean, like, look at the Mud Trooper right now. I mean, like, if you guys don't have a Mud Trooper yet, like, you should probably jump on this Anno Toys thing, like, depending on if, you know, like, how many they get in stock, but, like, $440 free shipping, that's actually not a bad price. That's probably, was that from the States? If it's not from the States, I always discount it a little bit. This is ordered wrong. Why does this always, do recent first? Yeah, dude, it's like a $450 figure on eBay, basically. 400 to 450. That's a good, it's basically almost 400. So yeah, this is a scoop on Anno Toys for sure at $289 if you don't have one. Might be picking up Dooku for $300. Worth a buy? Yes, Dooku is a buy for $300, especially if it's brand new. Definitely. If anyone could have a TV show / movie made in Hot Toys, what would it be? That's a good question. For me, it's Harry Potter, for sure. Like, real Harry Potter. I know they have, like, Crimes of Grindelwald and, like, whatever. They do stuff. I want, like, an actual Harry Potter Hot Toy thing. I would buy all of them. Dude, that's crazy if that's true. Yeah, what did he say with the Age of Ultron Hawkeye, but Black Widow came with it also? I'll try and... Hot Toy. Honestly, I'm just giving you a hard time. I believe you. That's an insane deal. Good for you, man. That's a scoop and score right there. Just grabbed a Darth Maul DX16 for 310 shipped off Sideshow Freaks. Nice, dude. That's a scoop for sure. That's a very good price. Brand new. I assume that's brand new. That's very good shipped. Just basically, what you're basically paying what like paid when it was retailed. Do they have more, bro? Are you serious? 2 figures at 200? I know, dude. That's insane. Negan said if you click on Mud Trooper, it says sold out. Agreed. It's been like that for a while on Anno Toys. That's just saying that the pre-order allotment is sold out. But this woman was telling me that, like, I mean, like, they're gonna get more than they had like sold for pre-orders. Anno Toys like always does that. So the pre-order is sold out, but I'm saying, like, keep an eye on it because, like, once it goes in stock, it sounds like she said that they're gonna have more in stock. I bought Diecast Mark 7 a while ago, and it's in stock mostly everywhere. Did they just produce too much of that figure, or for it to retain substantial value? I think I did. I think I did a review on the Mark 7. If not, I definitely talked about in one of my videos. They just overproduced the crap out of it, but it's definitely a good figure, and I think it will do just fine once it sells out. And I'm not just saying that because I'm just talking out of my butt. The main reason why is because that figure has been in stock for so long, and it still isn't free shipping. And that's usually just a sign that it's selling well. Thor, Infinity War has the same problem where it's just oversupplied. I think I figure it'll be fine though. I have a Mark 7 and I love it. Any word on Solo Maul Hot Toy? I haven't heard anything on Maul. It's not brand new for Dooku. That's still solid at 300. I mean, as long as it's like, as long as the conditions good, 300 is solid for Dooku. I see the Macari listing. Yeah, nice. I couldn't honestly. I don't really know how to navigate Macari. I never use Macari. I know a lot of people score really good deals on it though. I want Hot Toys to make Umbrella Academy figures. I actually don't know what Umbrella Academy is, but that's cool. I got Solo Maul in pre-order. Excited about that one. Yeah, dude, that's gonna be a good one. I think that one would be cool. I don't think that one would be anything like too crazy, but like I have one on pre-order as well. Hopefully by the time my junior year of high school starts, my Mando best car will ship. LOL. Yeah, dude. I mean, like, when are we getting that figure? Hopefully we get it by the end of the year. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't, though. Okay, so few things that we got on the agenda for today. We're trying to keep it a little bit more structured over here. Obviously, the main reason for doing these live streams is to just chat with you guys and just kind of chill out. You know, listen to some music on Saturday night and just talk about hot toys. But Mark 47. People are getting emails now that it's that from Sideshow for final payments because it's going to be shipping to the warehouse. Let's go. That is going to be such a sick hot toy. Such a great reissue. I'm really glad. Unfortunately, there was like a bunch of rumors that we were going to get a Star Wars shipping notification on Friday, and everyone was saying it was going to be Qui-Gon. Didn't hear anything, which is a bummer. But I wanted to go here. Well, I wanted to go here. I wanted to look at this. Where was it? Yeah, dude. Okay. This is what I wanted to confirm. J-Labs. He was right again. Remember last time we were talking on live stream? This was on August 11th, so 11 days ago. And this is the Instagram account that's like been calling a lot of releases, right? He said he posted this 11 days ago and said next, and then we got it. So that's another win for this guy. Gonna continue to pay a lot more attention to this guy's account. I don't know what inside information he has, but he's been right on a few now. Which is really good, which means we should keep an eye on this guy. Anyways, yeah, if you guys don't know this account, I talked about in the last live stream, JLab_studios. He told people that the 47 was next, and then it was, so kudos to that guy. Yes, Mark 47 though. I already have a video on this figure. Let me that Hot Toys Iron Man Mark 47. Yo, I'm looking at figures on Anatoys and thinking about ordering one. Do these figures come with a bound shipper? Good question. Not all of them do. It's kind of annoying. Anno Toys customer service can be sometimes spotty, but overall they're really good. But sometimes they can be kind of like a little bit communication not too great. Not all of them come with brown shippers, especially a lot of the older ones don't, but sometimes they randomly do. You can always ask them. You can even ask them for pictures of the Hot Toys that you ordered. They will send you pictures, and they will always tell you if you ask if it's coming with a brown shipper or not. If you don't ask, sometimes they just send it, because apparently some of the distribution that they get wholesale, they do not get with brown shippers. For example, I have ordered a light side Anakin from them, did not get a brown shipper. I forget what figure I did order from them. I did get a brown shipper, but if you ask, they'll always tell you. But no, it's not. Don't always take it for granted. I think the newer figures usually they give you a brown shipper, but I would always just confirm. But that's important, right? Because like that can easily, like, not having a brown shipper, like, kind of annoyingly, like, knocks off $30 off of your resale value, $20 to $30, especially if you sell it like on eBay. It's hard to get people to look as much when you don't have a brown shipper. I don't know why. Well, I mean, I know why, but Mark 47 is my first Iron Man, and I'm really excited to get my hands on it. Let's go, dude. Yeah. Let's just talk about it real quick, and then we'll jump back into the comments. Okay, a lot of people have been messaging me on Instagram, which is awesome. And if you guys haven't noticed, for those of you guys who don't talk to me on Instagram, it's a great way to communicate. I'm very responsive, and I try and respond to everybody. So make sure to follow me on Instagram if you want, and like I post some pictures on there and whatnot. I'm scaling it up a bit, but a lot of people have messaged me telling me like they're either like just getting into hot toys, or they're like just getting into Marvel hot toys, and like they don't know which Iron Man to get. Like you have some options now, like you can get 85 clean, 85 battle damage, 7 or 47, or you can get like the 45. But not as many people talk about that one. But really, like the big question I get a ton, whether it's in the comment section or on Instagram, is should I pick up the Mark 7, Mark 85 battle damage, Mark 85, or Mark 47? Okay. I think to me, Tony, what's up, bro? Coming up on YouTube. Yeah, dude, I appreciate it. Yeah, dude, we're growing. We're past the 500 mark. We're almost, I think we're at like 550. So it's great. But yeah, okay. Focus. So, a lot of people have been asking about which Iron Man to get. Like, the way I look at this situation, this Iron Man situation, it's really simple to me. Like, with the stock market, when you are trading stocks, it's very, 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 very hard to identify value and make strong investments. Like, sure, you can pretend like you're a day trader and like you really understand the market, and like you went through this. Apple just had like their 3Q earnings, and like you went through the entire earnings and you looked at everything, and you studied accounting in college, and so like you looked through their balance sheet and their income statement and their cash flow statement, and you understood all of these different intricacies, and you made the final determination that Apple is undervalued for X, Y, and Z reason, and like because of this catalyst in the future, it's going to go up, and so you're gonna buy a bunch of Apple stock, and then in 6 months your investment pays off because like the catalyst that you said, where you said like Apple is going to beat these like profit segments of their business, and they're going to do well, and then something random can happen. You never really know. For some reason, people just don't want Apple anymore, or maybe even more importantly, some like really big asset manager like BlackRock decides to sell 20% all of their Apple market share, which happens to be 20% of the company, and then the stock just crashes, and all of your investment thesis is worthless. That can happen all the time in the stock market. In the hot toy market, it is so different. It's The hot toy market is much more illiquid than the stock market. So while you can compare the hot toy market to the stock market, which is something I do a lot, you also have to recognize that that's not always the case. Hot toys, the big thing that I always just think about, another big thing is, it just repeats itself over and over again. And when the new figure comes out and people are like, I don't know if I should pick up this figure, if I shouldn't, just look at the historical analysis. It's right there for you. And the point that I'm trying to make here is, I'm not saying that this figure is going to be an $1,800 figure again. That was a one-off anomaly. That's not going to happen again. That was a supply issue. That was so much more. Demand can't make a figure go from 355 retail to 1,800 in the secondary market without there being a supply issue. Demand can't do that on its own. Demand can certainly purchase up a figure, but it can't make it go 5x. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. That was just a supply issue. So I don't think that's going to happen with this figure. But which of the Iron Man hot toys, from an investment perspective, is going to do best in the secondary market? The only one that I think could have a chance and could somehow outsurprise me and outsurprise everybody is Mark 85 battle damage. But the Mark 47 is going to do well in the secondary market. And on top of it, the Mark 47 is also awesome from a collection perspective. If you only can pick one Iron Man, you should pick the Mark 47. First off, it's the lowest retail price. Why this figure is $374? It's quite simple, and it's quite underpriced. This figure is $374 retail because the original issue was $353, and they're not giving us any different with this reissue. If they had never issued this figure before, they would have just made it $420 or $430, or what's the Mark 7, $447? Or the Mark 85 47, they would have made that figure that price. Why? Because this figure comes with a ton of accessories, and they know that they can get that execution. They know they can get that much money. I want to find the listing, the old listing. That's not the reissue, so you can see all accessories. But if you can only get one Iron Man, and okay, this is the important thing. Above all else, first thing that always matters is collector perspective. Get what you like, get what you want to have in your collection. But if you are like relatively indifferent on which Iron Man you can get from a collection perspective, and you want to have the one that's probably going to do best so that it can provide you with the most options, so that say you decide you don't want the Mark 47 anymore and you want the Mark 85 battle damage when it comes out, it will be selling at a profit so that you can take some profits and use that to get the Mark 47 relative value. That is what you should do. So it's just very simple. The history just repeats itself with so many Hot Toys, and every time a Hot Toy comes out, especially ones that are either like a reissue or ones that are very similar to an issue that has already come out, I feel like I see the same thing every time. People are always like, oh, I don't know, I'm on the fence again. People sleep on it again. Even people that slept on it the first time sleep on it again. And then it just outperforms in the secondary market again. And people are like, oh, why did I not pick up that figure? Some reissues, you have to just close your eyes and buy it. Mark 47 is one of them. A really good example of this, if you watch my last review of the Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett, that would explain that. The same thing happened with Boba Fett. Okay, Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett came out what, 3 years ago, 2 years ago? Sat in stock. People slept on it. People didn't want it. It's a Boba Fett. It's a Boba Fett from the Empire Strikes Back. In most people's mind, the best Star Wars movie. People sat on it, slept on it. It went out of stock. It went to $425 in the secondary market. They then restocked it, and they put it up for waitlist again. You could reorder it again. Price went back down. It corrected to about the price that you would pay shipped for that figure, which is like $295 in the secondary market. It was pre-order for a while, and then it went waitlist again, and now again it's about to push through $400. It's just really simple. And on top of it, like I mentioned in my video, Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett, you have the Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett, Return of the Jedi Boba Fett, animated Boba Fett, vintage color Boba Fett, and still it goes to above $400 in secondary market after being issued twice. It's just not that complicated to me, and the logic just makes sense to me. You just buy the Mark 47 if you want to pick up an Iron Man. It's not going to be an $1,800 figure again, I don't think, but it's so clearly going to do well from an investment perspective that if you don't know which one to pick up, and especially if you're super concerned about picking up the Mark 7, which a lot of people seem to be because they're like, oh, I want to pick it up, but it's been sitting in stock, I don't want to get burned on it, just pick up the Mark 47. We don't know how long it's going to stay in stock for. This one could stay in stock for a while, but it's just like, it's almost like a better version from an investment perspective at the Mark 7, and the fact that it's retailing for $374 is such a great opportunity, because I am sure if this was the first time this figure is being issued, it'd be a $420, $430 figure. Anyways, that was my rant, but this is just a great figure to pick up. I'm so pumped to get this figure. I obviously have this one ordered. I did not get it on the first release. Brian Fontaine saying old listings on 6-scale scavengers. Okay, yeah, this is great. I also want to point this out. I have this tab open. So for those guys who don't know, Brian Fontaine runs 6-scale scavengers. With two other people, Chris Lay and TC, and basically it's like a podcast where they talk about like all things Hot Toys, whether it be Marvel, Star Wars, and DC. I'm not plugging them. I am in no way like incentivized to plug them on my channel. They are a sick podcast. They are one of the reasons why I got so much back into Hot Toys. They've been around. How long have you guys been around for, Brian? About 2 years now. They do a podcast every other Wednesday. And it's an awesome podcast, and they also have this sweet website where they just have like a database built out where you can look at any of the previous Hot Toys. So like, for instance, we want to talk about the Mark 47. This is like super easy to just go back and check. I think I can just Control F it. Let's just do Mark 47. What's the Roman numeral for 47? Is it XLVII? Yeah. XLVII. Okay. That's the reissue. Here we go. Boom. And it's a sick website because you can it pulls up the listing for you. And you know, Brian does some Brian's like a really big coder, so he did some crazy coding behind the scenes to get all this working, right, Brian? So you can have like it pulls up the website, and like you can use this like link and it will pull you directly up to eBay. Like, so I actually find myself using his website a lot anytime I want to go like check out a figure. It's really great. But if you guys have not checked out Scavengers podcast, it is a sick podcast. I tune in every time, and they also are on Apple Podcasts. So what I actually like to do is I like to play back their podcasts. Like either when I'm going to sleep or when I'm driving somewhere or like going to work or something, I always listen to their podcasts. Anyways, look at all the accessories that comes with, right? You know, obviously you get the die-cast Iron Man. You get a Tony Stark head sculpt. You get the other Iron Man head sculpt that has like the empty inside. You get the base that comes with like these drones. And if you guys haven't watched Jetta Patrol's review, those drones are like sick. And they look great. And you get like the sunglasses, which are going to sell for like $80 in the secondary market. I literally know somebody who ordered this set just to get the sunglasses and going to sell the figure. That's how in demand these sunglasses are. And you get all these accessories. This would be a $420 figure if this first time it's issued. So the fact that you're getting it at $373 is a scoop. But yeah, let me catch up on the comments a little bit. Andreas, what's going on? Welcome on in. Their database is a lifesaver. Yeah, dude, their database is really good. It's just really helpful. 6scale, did you see that Apple went up $25 a share on Friday? So far, I have enough to get 4 Hot Toys. I'm praying that it doesn't crash hard. I did. Yeah, and aren't they're doing a stock split, right? Like next week. Yeah, I think they're doing it. Yeah, I know that, and Tesla's always doing it. Tesla, you guys want to throw up at a stock graph? Look at Tesla. Coronavirus? Yeah, never heard of it. $430 a share? Nah, $2,100 a share. What is that? 4x? 5x? 5x since the coronavirus started. Elon Musk was like, "Oh, there's a pandemic. Like, no problem. I'm just gonna increase production and not stop anything." This stock is insanely. For any of you guys that are like follow stocks, Tesla is for the longest time, and I think still is, one of the top 3 largest shorts in hedge funds. Tesla stock has literally made hedge funds go out of business and go bankrupt. It's one of the most shorted stocks in the market because like one of the big things for like valuing companies when people are doing when people have like what they call like DCFs, discounted cash flows, which is basically like a way that they model out what they think fair value should be of a stock. One of the big things they do is like the this is getting like too granular, but I'll just touch on it for just like a second. One of the things is like your earnings per share. Well, I guess like the better one that you could use is your price to earnings ratio, which basically says like how much your stock price is per the amount of earnings or like net income that your company makes. And so like a good company might be like, I don't know, like it's kind of arbitrary because it really depends on the sector, but like a good company might be like 5-to-1 price to earnings ratios, which means that like the price of your stock is 5 times what the amount of like net income that you make per share for your company. Tesla's is literally disgusting. I actually haven't checked in a while. PE ratio. Oh, no. Oh my god, 663. That means that Tesla's stock price is 663 times in ratio to their earnings per share. Like, for example, compare that to a company. What's like a really safe company? Clorox. Let's just do Clorox. This is just so I know this is off topic, but I think that this is so funny. I did RE. Why did I do RE? I do not know. 24.7. So Clorox's PE ratio is 24.7. Tesla's is 663. This is why Tesla is the most shorted stock in or top 3 most shorted stocks in the stock market, and why hedge funds literally go out of business because they try and short Tesla stock at $300 and then it goes to $2,100 a share. That means you literally have to pay $1,800. You're $1,800 in the red. And if you short 1 million shares of Tesla at $300 and then it's now at $2,100, you are officially bankrupt. So that's just a side tangent. Super interesting. They have a high PE ratio, but no profit. Their income statement always shows net loss. Yeah. They're. I mean, like you're buying Tesla. You're buying Tesla on the expectation that they are one day going to become profitable. Like at the end of the day, the only real valuation of any stock is of the assumption that they are one day going to be able to pay a dividend in perpetuity. That's literally that is the base model for pricing any stock. The problem is that a lot of companies never get to pay a dividend, but that is in theory the only thing you should be pricing in, which is why so many hedge funds short Tesla. We got 53 people in here. Let's go. Smash that like button. We got 21 likes, 53 people. Smash that like button. Let's get more people in here. We're going. We're just getting started. Saturday night streaming. What do you think of the Hot Toys Stormtrooper Deluxe? I like it. I think it's cool, and I think that the base is actually really cool, and I like how it lights up. Did Ray Park get fired? Ray Park I'm pretty sure is just like totally out of the picture. I don't know. Like, didn't they say they were gonna do like a mall spinoff, and they're just like not doing it anymore for sure? He had a real breakdown. Cody or Rex? Cody. Rex. But Cody is amazing. Asking Cody or Rex is asking it's just like asking Cody and Rex, both, just both. I know it's a bad answer, but just both. My son motivates me as well. On the 31st. Oh, Griffin, so you're like in the know. And he's 16, but he's having a hobby. Sorry, Austin, I think I missed your comment earlier, so I'm not sure what you're referring to. I assume you're talking to somebody. So what do you think about the Hot Toys Stormtrooper Deluxe? I like it. Yeah, like I said earlier. I think it's a good one. I don't love the green eyes, but that's just me. That's just a personal preference. I prefer the Rogue One Stormtrooper look. I look at my pre-orders sometimes and they just make me sick. Copy. Agreed. I agree 100% with you, Rick. It can be disgusting. Tesla did a stock split recently. I don't think they've officially done it yet. They have high PE ratio. Okay, yeah. I think I read that one. Tesla's valuation also very dependent on Elon Musk's tweets. Agreed. Have a good evening, everyone. Good show. 6-0. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate you, buddy. For sure. I invested into Apple because Apple announced their split first. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea, for sure. It's going to make the stock a lot more accessible to people. OMGC, smash the like button. Let's go. Elon tweets really affect the stock. Yeah, I mean, like, when Tesla stock is trading at $300 a share on Elon Musk tweets thinking about taking Tesla private, $420 a share, funding secured, that is literally like not legal. That is just not legal. That is like price manipulation. So yes, I agree. His tweets definitely matter a lot. When you have a stock trading at, $300 a share and you tell everybody that you're going to take it private at $420 a share, guess what price that stock is going to go to? And you also say the funding is secured. Guess what price that stock's going to go to? It's going to go to $420 a share. That's why the stock got halted as soon as that tweet came out. I remember that was an interesting day. The Mark wanted the Tesla of stocks on Hot Toys. People keep expecting the diecast to come out and drop in value, but it doesn't. That's a really funny comparison. I like that. Conjit Club. No one has heard from him since. Thoughts on Stormtrooper Deluxe? Did something happen to Stormtrooper Deluxe? I feel like a lot of people asked me about that. I think it was 3 different people. I like the Stormtrooper Deluxe. I like it. Were you guys asking because it was in stock on Hot Toys? I pre-ordered Qui-Gon with Steven's Collectibles and was able to use your promo code. Let's go! Nice, dude. I appreciate that, and that's great for you. Hopefully he'll be getting that soon. Yes, Crimson Dawn was going to be live-action mall spinoff. Ah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's just like totally not involved. I mean, like the dude did some stuff. If you're not hip to what Ray Park did, just Google it. You'll be able to find it very, very quickly. It's not cool though. Honestly, I am like very much not cool with what he did. He had like a lot of fans, like a lot of like young fans, and that's like really lame to do something like that. And like I grew up, like I was a kid when Phantom Menace came out. I loved Darth Maul. I know that like I'm older. Obviously, like I'm old now. Like I know everybody is just a person at the end of the day. So like I know what you do like when the blinds are closed, but like come on, you don't need to like ruin everybody's image of you. He was like awesome, and he was like sick at cons. Apparently he was like super friendly with the fans, always willing to like do like lightsaber twirling stuff for people and like super friendly. So I don't know, it just seemed really out of left field. Hot Toys Iron Man stocks will never drop. Yeah, usually like they do fine, but like definitely not all of them. I mean Mark 50, but I agree, most of them do very, very well. I mean, there's Mark 6, Mark 4, Mark 46, Mark 47. 100% agree with you. Would it be risky to wait until Cody or Rex would be in stock, or is it safer to just pre-order it? What's your reasoning for wanting to wait? Especially for Cody, since we're so close. Like, you're probably fine, but that's honestly, at that point, you're kind of just speculating. But like, in general, you're fine. Why? You just need to keep a really close eye on Sideshow. As soon as you start to see people saying that it's about to go waitlist, you need to make a decision. Because remember, you get that 5-minute window, 6 to 48 hours before a figure goes waitlist on Sideshow. Someone is selling their whole collection on eBay again with boxes. EH Designs. Thank you. I was I was about to ask you what's the name. Let's talk about it, because this was a fun topic last time. Oh my gosh, I almost just spilled all of my tea all over me. Chris, we _0. I did +0. Why am I doing? Why did it do +00? Let's check this guy out. Someone's offloading their Hot Toys collection. Why can I not find this? Did I type this right? I'm just gonna... How do I find him? Is this it? Okay, cool. Alright, let's check this guy out. Good looks, EH Designs. What's going on, Alexis? If they were ever to make a Bad Batch wave of Hot Toys, do you think it would be interesting if they made a big set? That would be so sick. That would be cool. I don't know, that would be interesting. I don't know if they would do that, but I would buy it 100%. Yo, what up, man? What's going on, boss? Alright, so let's see what this guy has for sale. Oh, he's bidding. Okay. Yoda, 125. Unfortunately, we're not going to get much price discovery from this because it's all bids. My rant on Mark 47. Please just use this as evidence. It's already at $290. It has 7 bids and it has 5 days left. $290, you are now paying what you could have paid all in shipped to buy this figure for the second time. That's what the point I'm trying to make with this Mark 47. If you don't know which Iron Man to get and you really don't care from a collection perspective, whether it's the 85 battle damage 7 or 47, pick up the 47. Okay, so he's got Leia, Boba Fett, Dan Trooper. This set goes for crazy money. This is a sick set. If any of you guys don't have this Tarkin, this Vader is low-key pretty good too. He's way better than the New Hope Vader, and it's different. This Tarkin is sick. Which Storm? This is just the Return of the Jedi one. Okay. Wow, this guy is just listing it all, and he's just putting it all for bidding. This is okay, and for any of you guys that sell on eBay, this is a very, very bad business practice. Don't ever do this. Don't ever list all of your Hot Toys for bidding at the same time and let it end on the same day. You would be very surprised how small the eBay community is, or like the Hot Toy community is. It's very likely that the same person that might buy this Leia, if you had posted this Boba Fett 2 weeks later, you know, when they recoup some of their money, they might be the one that buys this Boba Fett too. So by you doing this, you limit the amount of buyers that you might have, because like say like me, like whatever, like I'm running low on my Hot Toys budget, I can't afford to buy, like I really want this Sand Trooper and this Luke, but I can't afford to buy both. I might just buy one, but if you had listed this like 2 weeks later, then I would have bought it. I pre-ordered Cody. He's going to be the first clone ever made, so I couldn't take that risk. But Rex, on the other hand, he is super popular. Yeah, pre-order. Good move pre-ordering Cody, dude. I mean, like as a Star Wars fan, it blows my. I am 100% buying Rex. It's such a no-brainer to me. But good on you for getting Cody. It's not even the deluxe. So I don't know what you're referring to. Episode 5 Fett is my next pickup after I pay off my credit card. Nice, dude. That's sick. Unfortunately, he was available on Anno Toys for the longest time. I was talking about him a lot. You guys remember when I was first doing my live streams and I kept saying like, hey, this Boba Fett is like still in stock. It was the non-deluxe, but like this is like 310 shipped. Honestly, it's actually not that great. You could probably still find it on eBay, but yeah. That man is insane. Stresses me out how much money he's gonna lose on bidding. Yeah, dude, it's such a dumb idea to do this. You're losing so much potential money that you could have made. It's just foolish. But hey, his loss is your gain. If you guys need any of these figures, start adding these to your watch list. I don't think that there's any of these that I need. I have this Yoda, I have this Vader. I don't have this Leia still. I don't know what I want to do with this one, but they have it brand new on Anno Toys if I want it. And that one's kind of just like sitting. I have that Boba. Obviously, you guys saw my review. Oh, Popstick, you were the one that's putting money together and sold right before. Ah, I see. Yeah, dude, that's unfortunate. I hear you. It happened. Vintage Viewport, sorry, just jumping in. Thanks for the 6 scale scavenger shout out for sure, man. I don't know if you want me to say your real name on here. Obviously I know who you are, but I appreciate you tuning in, man. We were just checking out this guy's listing that EH Designs shouted out. This guy listed like all of his Star Wars Hot Toys all for auction. His name is here. EH Designs put in the chat already. This is all him. Crease Wheat _0. That's that guy's channel or eBay account. I have this Yoda, I have this Vader, I don't have this Leia yet, but I can pick up my Anno Toys. I have this Boba Fett, I don't have this Luke because I don't like the head sculpt. I don't want this set because I just want my Bespin Han. I don't know. I don't want this. Ugh. But I need it. Is the head sculpt's just not like totally bomb? But like, what am I asking for? Are we ever gonna get another Han Solo head sculpt? Okay, sue me. I'm just gonna put it on my watch list. Oh wait, I don't want to do that. I'll do it off stream. I already have this set. Absolutely love this Tarkin. I'll never stop talking about Tarkin. I already have Emperor. I didn't want this one. I don't like these Stormtroopers. Actually, these Stormtroopers don't do that well. I already have Rogue One Stormtrooper. Okay, that's about it. Yeah, if any of you guys are looking for this, make sure to check out that guy. You might be able to score some sweet deals there on auction. J-Rod, Mark 47. I'm hyped for that being released early. Dude, I'm so pumped for the Iron Man Mark 47. Like, I have the Remnant Troopers coming in. I think they actually... Steven told me that he just shipped them out, which is great. And that's awesome. I'm getting my homemade suit Spidey in tomorrow from Steven's Collectibles, which I'm super, super excited for. But I am so stoked for this Mark 47. It's gonna be so sick. I didn't have it on the first go around, and I can't wait to have it posed next to my Homecoming Spider-Man. This is a sick release. The sunglasses are just tough. I don't know how I'm gonna display it yet. I mean, I'm gonna switch it around, but like, what a great release! What a great release. Okay, I will be back. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I'm back. 62 people on the live stream. Let's go. Smash that like button. Let's get the people in here. You guys are awesome. This is gonna be a fun night. We're still just getting started. We're gonna do a long stream tonight. Water bottle break. You are correct. My mouth gets dry because I'm getting pumped up over here. I'm getting gassed up on all these releases. I'm so stoked to get my homemade suit Spider-Man in. I'm definitely gonna get a review out for you guys. By the way, what are you guys thinking of the reviews? Obviously, I invested a bit into like some more like professional gear, like the smart box and whatnot, or this light box and whatever. And like I try to get like a pretty good camera and like I'm trying to get it going. So hopefully, like I want to start getting more reviews out on the channel if you guys are liking that. I'm trying to do it different though. So if you guys have watched that video of Boba Fett, I do like a session where I just put on like some jamming music and just do some like shots. So I'm definitely gonna be doing one for the homemade Spider-Man. Hey man, just wanted to say you're doing a great job. Seen almost all of your videos. Keep it up, brother. Alexis Ortiz. I appreciate you, man. Or is it Alexis? I really appreciate it, man. A lot of people have actually been messaging me, telling me that they've like binged all my videos, which is so awesome. And I totally know where you're coming from, because when I was getting into hot toys, I would do the same thing, like 6-scale scavengers. Chris, if you're still in here, like I binged your content. Your guys' content. I think there was like a month period where I was listening like 3 hours a day of 6-scale scavengers, just listening to every single podcast. So I love binging like YouTube channel stuff sometimes. Like when you find like a YouTube channel that you're really into, like especially when it comes to like hot toys, or like a podcast like 6-scale scavengers, you just binge all of it. Can't wait for Cody. Yeah, dude, I cannot wait for Cody. Boba Fett review was dope. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I'm trying to get better. I think I got better than the Anakin one, but I'm gonna keep trying to improve. The fact that you're getting excited is getting me excited. LOL. Yeah, dude, I'm getting gassed up over here. We're getting some sick releases, dude. I work like, I'm sure all of you, like many of you guys are in the same position that I am. Like you work like a dog during the week, like a dog. Like I work like a dog, like. You know, like my job is like, you know, just like everybody else, like a lot of hours. So like to be able to like on the weekend, like do YouTube stuff and like get hyped about your hot toy releases, like message Steven from Steven's Collectibles like 20 times and tell him when my hot toys are coming in and annoy him is so awesome. And like when we start getting early releases, like a Mark 47, which is a banger, and like I got my homemade Spidey coming in and got some Remnant Troopers, like it's the reason why we do this, right? It's the reason why you grind during the week for work. Like you do it so that you can be able to like do cool things like this, like collect hot toys. And there's like a lot worse hobbies out there than spending all your money on hot toys. So it's a great hobby, and to be able to like do YouTube on it, interact with you guys, it's sick. So I'm gassed up over here. I can only get one Spider-Man figure Far From Home, home grade suit, upgraded suit from Far From Home. Which is better, investment and figure? Figure wise, my favorite is homemade suit. Investment wise, I would probably say it's tough. I feel like homemade suit is actually probably it needs a head sculpt. The homemade suit needed a head sculpt to really outperform from investment perspective. I would say of those three, it's going to be upgraded suit or like homemade suit. Like you shouldn't be buying that one from an investment perspective now, because now you're going to pay like $420. That one's like already basically like at or near the high end of the range for it. All of them at retail, homemade suit is the best one because you get the yellow jacket and the head sculpt and all the awesome accessories. But like I'd probably say upgraded suit just because of the head sculpt. But like the homemade suit has something that a lot of Spider-Man figures don't have, and that is insanely posable, which is something that is very valuable from both a collection and investment perspective. I binged the hell out of your videos. I'm sure you could tell by my likes I was giving. Yeah, dude. Yeah, likes and commenting. It was awesome, dude. I love when I see people binging my videos. It's great. I appreciate you doing that, bro. I need the PS5 Miles Morales hot toy announcement. Yeah, dude, that was sick, dude. That would be awesome. I bet they do it. Why wouldn't they? Can't stay for long, but I want to know your thoughts on a recent pickup. I did light side Anakin and Obi-Wan for 500 each, including shipping. Loving your channel. Aaron, I appreciate you tuning in. Lightside Anakin at 500 shipped is good. It's not like spectacular. You're probably saving, that figure should probably sell for 550 shipped right now. So that's good. Obi-Wan, I assume you got the deluxe at shipped 500. That's fair value. That figure will show up on eBay, in Facebook groups for usually 450 plus shipping, 475 shipped. Sometimes you'll catch a 420 shipped, but that one will go pretty quick. I would say you basically paid fair value. I think those are good. I think those are fine investments. I don't think it's anything spectacular, but I think it's fair. LOL, I binged most of your hot or cold in a night. Let's go, Griffin. That's awesome. I'm now going to keep them coming. I think I have like 52 videos now for hot and cold, maybe, which is great. That's like the bread and butter of my content, though. So I appreciate that. Do you think 47 will be a Mark 7 and be oversaturated? It's really hard to tell on the supply side of it. So I don't want to just give you like blind speculation. Let's just run this back. So it's hard to tell, but like, again, the Mark 47 is going to be similar to the Mark 7 in that even with oversupply, you're fine. Like, the Mark 47 is going to be a very similar situation to what you saw with Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett now, Darkside Anakin, Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan. Some figures can just sit, and it just doesn't matter because there's enough demand. Okay, here's something that I want to talk about. Now that you bring this up, this is one of the things I want to talk about as one of the content topics for the video, for the live stream tonight. Okay. One of the big things, and I alluded to this in my, which video was it? Jet Trooper review. Relative value. Relative value is obviously huge in investing, right? And like, it's like, relative value is what it sounds like. Relative value is saying like what one thing should be priced relative to what something of similar characteristics should be priced. The example that I used in my video, Apple stock versus Google stock. Actually, an even better one might be like, let me try and think of some two companies that are like very similar. Okay, in the energy space, there's Shell and there's Exxon, two like obviously like very like important names in the finance world. They're like very active across bond stocks, derivative products, commodities. For this like relative value analysis, basically like Exxon. We're going to talk about it from a bond perspective. Okay, so Exxon has bonds and Shell has bonds. The thing with understanding the bond market in finance, it's all about like credit fundamentals and like credit analysis, because at the end of the day, bonds are basically like a company saying like, if you buy a bond from us, like we basically promise to pay you back that whatever bond you purchased. Say you purchased $100,000 worth of bonds from Exxon. They're basically saying that in 30 years, we're going to give you back your $100,000 and then we're going to pay you interest over the 30 years, right? One of the big things that you do when you're thinking about that from an investment perspective, is that you are like thinking about it from like relative value. So like Exxon is a very, very good company. Their bonds are rated AA+. So like they're a very safe company. Whereas Shell is also a very safe company in the energy space, but they are AA-, or they might be A+. So they're just a little bit lower credit rating. And so basically what that means is that they are like less credit worthy than Exxon. So theoretically, you should be paying less for Shell bonds than you should for Exxon bonds, because there's slightly more credit risk with Shell, whether that be because they are like have a worse business model or whatever it might be. There's a reason why that company is a worse company than Exxon, so their bonds should be cheaper than Exxon bonds. And so say one day something happens in energy. Let's just say OPEC all of a sudden decides that they're going to stop producing oil, and oil prices go from $35 a barrel to $100 a barrel. This is very, very good for energy companies. In general, higher oil prices are better for energy companies' bottom line. So now both of these companies are going to do well. The entire energy market is going to push up. This is something that's called like systematic risk versus unsystematic risk. This is something where like something that affects the entire energy market. So now let's say that Exxon bonds are trading at $100 and Shell bonds are trading at $98. If this happens, you're going to see, what you'll see is maybe like Exxon bonds will start trading at $110 and Shell bonds will start trading at $108. So they both move up $10. Okay, well that makes sense, right? Because before that happened, they were trading $2 difference, right? We call that just basis. So if they go up $10 as a result of an overall move in the market, that relative value should theoretically stay the same. Nothing happened with Shell, nothing happened with Exxon. It's something that happened for the overall market. So let's say that when this overall market thing happened, let's say that Exxon went to $110, but Shell didn't move. It stayed at $98. Well, that doesn't make much sense because nothing happened from a credit fundamental perspective for Exxon. It was just the overall market moving upward. So this relative value analysis, if you were a hedge fund, you would look at that and you would say, oh, Shell didn't go up. Shell's bond prices didn't go up, but Exxon's did. That shouldn't have happened. Shell should go up because it should only trade $2 less than Exxon. So a bunch of people will buy Shell bonds, and then that will increase demand, and that will increase the equilibrium point to which the relative value would compress to what the relative value should be, which is $2. You can apply this same, and I always do this, you can apply this same like fundamental analysis to hot toys, and I want to specifically talk about that with the Mark 47. Okay, say you are, say in 2 years, okay? Let's flash forward 2 years. Mark 47 is sold out. A new person who collects hot toys enters the hot toys market, and they want an Iron Man for their collection. The Mark 47 silhouette is the same as the Mark 46 silhouette, which is something that is a very desirable silhouette. Like, a lot of people say that is their favorite Iron Man armor. Obviously, like, a bunch of people in the chat are going to disagree, and like everybody has their favorite Iron Man armor, but in general, it seems like most people like the Mark 46, Mark 47 look. If you are coming into the market and you see that Mark 46 is sold out and Mark 47 is sold out. Okay, Mark 46 price is, say it's like $700. It's pretty much well defined at this point that Mark 46's price is going to stay around $700. It's been there for like, it's basically stuck around there for whatever, over a year now. So it's safe to make the assumption that in 2 years, Mark 46's price is probably going to be around $700. Okay, relative value analysis. If the Mark 46 is $700 in the secondary market, both of the Mark 46 and the 47 are now both sold out. If it's at $700 and someone wants to buy an Iron Man and they know that they like that silhouette of armor, the Mark 46 look, and your only options are Mark 47, Mark 46, or I guess Mark 46 concept version, which people just tend not to really like that colorway. So let's just say Mark 46, Mark 47 for this example. Does it make sense for the Mark 47 to be trading at retail in 2 years when the Mark 46 is trading at $700? No, because of relative value. It's the same example I made with Exxon versus Shell, where they trade very closely together. If you see that, what you would see is, if you're coming into the hot toys market, you'd say, okay, I want the Mark 46. Oh, it's $700. Wait, the Mark 47 is the same exact armor, and it comes with awesome accessories, and it comes with a Tony Stark head sculpt, but it's only $375, which is what it retailed for. Scoop, I'm going to buy that in the secondary market. I'm not going to pay $700 for Mark 46. And what happens? Demand picks up for the Mark 47, and then the price corrects to what the relative value should be and where they should be trading. So what you might see is Mark 46 come down a little bit, and you'll see Mark 47 come up to where they're both trading in the secondary market at a very similar price, because in theory, collectors should be relatively indifferent on which 47 versus 46 that they want in their collection. And that's why this is a good figure from an investment perspective. That was kind of a rant, but that was one of the things I want to talk about in my video. Like, this relative value analysis is something that I always constantly think about, and I think is like makes enough like logical sense to me. So that's why the Mark 47 like will do well. Like, do not pass this opportunity to pick this figure up at retail for sure. And if you guys don't have a Mark 47 yet, and you want one, I know Steven's Collectibles is getting them in soon. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. I can talk to him. He'll probably be able to give me a code for you guys if you guys want to do it. Like, it'll probably be free shipping. And don't hold me to it. Don't quote me. As of right now, I'm pretty sure that if you're in the States, you're also not going to get taxed. So you might be able to just get this figure at $374 retail through him. But you can just DM me on Instagram afterwards. I know a lot of you guys already have ordered through Steven's Collectibles. But I can talk to him until the website gets up. Anyways, sorry, I confused relative value with intrinsic value. Relative value is just like the value of an asset relative to like a similar asset's value, and like where they should trade relative to each other, which is like the example I just gave with like Shell versus Exxon. Intrinsic value is like what the value of the company should actually be, and for like a stock, intrinsic value is like, depending on what product it is. For stock, in theory, it's just the value of dividends being paid out in perpetuity for a company. But intrinsic value basically just means like, what is it really worth? It's like the quote that Warren Buffett says, price is what you pay, value is what you get. I'm just glad I can get my hands on a Mark 47 again. I'm so happy. Yeah, dude, I know. It's such an awesome release. For any of you guys that are just getting into the Hot Toys market, this broke the internet in January. I remember, Chris, I know you're still in here. I remember I was watching the 6 Scale Scavengers podcast, and you guys were like, hold on. Like, it was like in January, and you guys were like, Mark 47, like, just announced a reissue. For those of you guys entering the Hot Toys market, things like this do not happen, especially such highly desired figures like this. Do not sleep on this reissue. This is a very good reissue. If you are a Marvel collector and you need an Iron Man, like, I talk about the Iron Man Mark 7 a lot. If you can only pick up one and you're on the fence between Mark 7 and Mark 47, stop being on the fence, buy the 47, not the 7. The 47 is the one to have. Until that reissue hits on 46, and if they have the mold for the 47, I'm sure they'll consider the 46 again, since no new Iron Man armors are gonna be made. Yeah, I hope they reissue the 46. That'd be sick. All right. So for today's DC announcements, what do you think that does for Justice League figures? I mean, like, look, overall, it's gonna be like good for the market. Look, I'm not a DC hater. But I just feel like sometimes like the DC community like really reaches when they try and say like things are going to do well from an investment perspective, with like the Snyder Cut. Like a lot of people always say like the DC figures are going to like explode because of like the Snyder Cut. I hear you. It's definitely very plausible. I will just caveat it with saying like you need like a real demand for figures to really push them up. Like I've talked about this in a different video. Basically before, like for Marvel figures in general, before like the Mark 46, like there was a lot of figures in the Marvel universe that you could pick up basically like around retail. And then like with like Infinity War and Endgame coming out, that brought a bunch of new people into like the Marvel universe and like Guardians of the Galaxy. And that really helped Marvel figures as a secondary market. I get that the Snyder Cut is going to be very good for DC figures. I'm glad that everybody's excited about it. I will just say, like, I don't know, like, I'm also, like, not as educated as I am in Star Wars and Marvel, but, like, if Marvel had, like, issues in the secondary market with, like, a lot of, like, random figures, and obviously there was a ton of figures that did very well in the Marvel market, and, like, there's Marvel figures that have gone way higher than any Star Wars figure has ever gone. There was a lot of figures that basically sat about retail until Infinity War and Endgame and Guardians of the Galaxy and Civil War started. I just feel like you need some type of, like, crazy good movie for DC that, like, can really get people more. And could that be the Snyder Cut? I don't know. Could be. Like, if The Dark Knight... Like, The Dark Knight is a movie that I think can do what Endgame or Infinity War or a Star Wars movie can do and bring in all this new audience. Obviously, like, The Dark Knight's, like not part of DC... Like, the DC universe, per se. Like, Justice League, like, universe. But, like, that was a movie that, like, brought a bunch of people into being interested in wanting to collect, like, Dark Knight. Like, you can have people that don't even like DC, but, like, want, like, the Joker from the Dark Knight or, like, Batman. Like, that's something that can really move the DC market. I'm not as convinced with all of the other buzz with the DC announcements. Although I will say, like, today was very big, and, like, everything that Snyder did is big, but, that's just overall my opinion. I know, I'm sorry, I'm a bit bearish, but, I just feel like there's a lot of buzz about, like, the Snyder Cut and DC announcements. Like, the DC collectors, like, really trying to push it, and I'm just saying it's definitely possible, but I'm not totally convinced yet. I'm glad I have a chance at the Mark 47 at retail as well, getting away from BBTS, so I'll be lucky to receive it by the end of the year. Yeah. The Mark 47 is great. Chris, I don't order from BBTS. I've never been a buyer from BBTS. It just never made that much sense to me, but it sounds like a lot of people are moving away from it now that they are like changing their like pricing. Mark 6, 7, 44, 46, 47, all goats of Iron Man figures. Yeah, dude. It's heat. It's heat. There's so many great Iron Man figures. Mark 7 must have figure for me. Don't pass on retail. Yeah, I hear you. Mark 7 is fantastic. I think it's a great figure too. There's a reason why it's been in stock for this long and still not free shipping. Why did Cody get delayed a month? Dude, Cody was supposed to come out in March. I don't know why he's getting delayed so much. It's brutal. Thinking about snatching Krennic from Anno Toys. Don't know how legit Anno Toys is though. Anno Toys is legit. I wouldn't worry about Anno Toys. A lot of people in this group now have ordered from Anno Toys. I've ordered a lot of figures from Anno Toys. They're 100% legit. I will just say like their shipping is high, but like they've done like a new system now where they actually tell you what the shipping is, and that was like the only annoying part before, but they're legit, and like that's gonna be like $290 shipped probably. You can always message them on Facebook too. They're not super responsive on Facebook. Keep in mind, if you're on the East Coast in the States, they're 12 hours ahead of you. So it's kind of annoying to try and talk with them. But they're definitely legit. Do you think re-releases will help or hurt Hot Toys values? Hurt. Re-releases hurt Hot Toys values. Always. It's just more supply. Re-releases are never good for Hot Toys in the secondary market. But in my opinion, they're always welcome. Because at the end of the day, I'm a collector first, investor second. So I love when re-releases come out, whether that be a figure that I want or like a figure that everybody else can get. Specifically Superman. Okay, specifically Superman. I think Superman would do well. Like I assume you're talking about the Superman that just went waitlist. Like that is probably the Superman to have. Yes, it was during our recording. That was a first for us, dude. That was so awesome. I was so gassed up. We need Nightwing and Red Hood Hot Toys from the new Gotham Knights game. I'm not hip to that one. DC who? Hey, we got love for the DC fans. Ryan Ritchie, Anna Toys legit. Yep, they're legit. Only 2 DC Hot Toys. So not lose nothing. Why do you think Hot Toys makes available pre-orders almost 2 years out? Is there a way for them to determine how many to produce? Yes, Charles. Yes, this is why they do it. It is very, very good business practice from their perspective to put pre-orders as long as possible. Honestly, like, I'm sure if they could have it their way, when they just, like, think of an idea of a figure they might want to produce and say they want to make it in 4 years, if, like, it wouldn't just absolutely... It's such bad customer service, but, like, if they wanted to, they could do, like, 4 years pre-order, and it's so good, because basically, they can just get pre-orders in, and it's so easy for them to then determine how much they want to supply. If I ran Hot Toys, I would do the same thing. I would have pre-order windows that span like a year and a half out. And what you can basically do is you can take all of the pre-orders that you're getting, and then you can, not only can you produce how many figures are going to pre-order, but you can use that to interpolate how many figures you actually need to produce as a total. In my mind, if I ran Hot Toys, and I've said this before in some of my videos, I would want to have my Hot Toys sit in stock for 6 months. No longer, no shorter. Why? I don't want them to sit in stock for, a year or more, because that kind of like kills the hype of the figure, and like you want to have hype in your product. But you also don't want to produce a figure that sells out before it even makes it to in stock, because then you're losing a bunch of money that you could have made. The equilibrium point to me is 6 months. So I would have a pre-order that spans a year and a half before the figure actually comes out. I would use all the pre-orders that I get to, 1, fill those pre-orders, and 2, interpolate how many more figures I think I need to make so that this figure can sit in stock for 6 months and then sell out. As investments, DC figures do have relatively low supply than any other line. Agreed for sure, and that's a super interesting point as well. if there ever is like a crazy DC movie, like a Dark Knight, like Dark Knight status for an actual like Justice League movie that can bring so many people into the, into the universe, that's going to be very good for a lot of these DC figures that are older now and so low supplied. You're banking on a big caveat though. That's a big caveat. The Batman figure should get released. DC's greatest allure is its darkness. They need to stick to that formula and not the wisecracking jokes. Leave that to Marvel. Dude, agreed. Yeah, play in your own corner. Yeah, like again, I know Dark Knight's not like technically like DC Justice League, but like Dark Knight is like amazing, and but obviously that's like completely different because that's done by Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan is just an absolute beast of a director. I mean, he did Inception. And he obviously did so many movies. Star Wars collectibles. Hi. I pre-ordered Cody back in Jan. It was supposed to be my first Hot Toy. LOL. I know, dude. It's so brutal. It was supposed to come out in March. Probably won't see Qui-Gon or Cody until next year. Where did I see that? I think I messed it up. I don't know about all that. I think we'll get it before the end of the year. I mean, it was just rumored that Qui-Gon was going to come out before, like this week. Do you think they'll make a Robert Patterson Batman? I mean, so that's today. Like, it's very possible. Like, I imagine. I don't know why they wouldn't. I'm sure they will. Yeah, if he's gonna be in the next film, like, why wouldn't they? And that's gonna be a sick figure. But what I want is I want a Robert Patterson from Harry Potter. Cedric Diggory. That's the Robert Patterson I want. I love Harry Potter. Actually, I saw the new Joker movie. That was amazing. That movie was amazing. 1000%. I love the Joker movie. It's probably my top 10 favorite movies of all time. Again, that's not really like a DC movie, though. Like Justice League, like, like more nerdy side that like us nerds like. That was just a fantastic movie. I wish they would make a Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Hot Toy. I would totally buy it. That's why I'm actually considering buying the statue from Prime One Studios. I love that movie. Alright, what about Toys Wonderland? Is it legit? Because my Mando Deluxe for $380 has already been paid in full. Toys Wonderland is 100% legit. Justin's Collection, which is, I'm sure you know him, he's the biggest YouTuber in the Hot Toy space. He's sponsored by them. They are 100% legit. If they do a black suit Spider-Man Hot Toy, I will swoon. Toys Wonderland legit. Okay, I'm gonna catch up a little bit. If I skipped your thing and you want to put it again, just put it again. I'll catch it. But what else things I want to talk about? Oh yeah, I want to talk about some of the figures that are coming up next. But first, 30 seconds. You guys already know. Water break. Back. Ouch. Okay, I want to talk about some of the figures that are coming out, and then we're going to look at some of the eBay sold listings. Also, let me know if the music is too loud. Wilson, what's going on, dude? Welcome on in. Okay, a lot of people are asking about the Incinerator Trooper. Did I already? I think I dropped this. Did this video already drop? I know I haven't scheduled. But I like this figure. Am I on the right screen? Yeah, I am on the right screen. If you guys are on the fence on the Remnant Trooper or the Incinerator Trooper, I would pick up the Incinerator Trooper. This figure looks sick. I don't know if my hot or cold actually dropped this one already or not. I really can't remember. No, it hasn't. Oh, okay. Well, you guys are getting a sneak preview. Like, I like this figure. If you guys are, like, on the fence about this one, I would pick up this one over the Remnant Trooper. Obviously, I ordered the Remnant Trooper as well. But it sounds like this one is probably going to be one that's going to be coming down the pipeline. Maybe after they put out Cody. Like, unfortunately, I wouldn't be surprised if we see this figure get released before we even get Cody. Because this one is so much easier for them to do, so I'm sure they've already been producing this one. It's so easy for them to do Stormtrooper variations, which is why we got Remnant Trooper so quickly. Like, we got Remnant Trooper, we haven't even heard a whiff of IG-11. Benny, what's up? What's going on, man? I got an email on Yoda showing in Sideshow Warehouse about 7 days. Vintage Bubba's coming 30. What do you think about the Sideshow 1/6 Return of the Jedi Vader versus Hot Toys Vader? Hot Toys, period. Hot Toys. Hot Toys, Hot Toys. Hot Toys do much better from investment perspective. Sideshow Star Wars figures do not do well, except for the clones, which their day is coming. Their ceremony is coming. As soon as every time a Hot Toys does a clone trooper that Sideshow has done, that Sideshow trooper goes to zero. Look what happened to Sideshow Rex. Sideshow Rex got to $1,200 in the secondary market. Hot Toys comes out. I saw someone post one for sale for $250 on eBay on Facebook the other day, and it sat. Why would you buy it? Why would you buy a Sideshow Rex for $250 when you can get a Hot Toys Rex for $255 that comes with infinitely better accessories, infinitely better head sculpt, infinitely better everything? Hot Toys. Which movie line has the highest average figure value? Iron Man 2. Sorry for posting again if you answered previously. No, I didn't answer that one. So it's all good. Which movie line has the highest average? That's a really good question. I'm not sure. I've run it in Excel for Star Wars, but I haven't done it for Marvel. But that's a really good question. I'm gonna look into that. For Star Wars, it's pretty easy. Like I ran the data, but you probably could have already guessed beforehand. It's Rogue One for Star Wars. The Qui-Gon final product already shown at Hot Toys Taiwan event this weekend, so very likely to release soon. Yep, yeah. I can actually pull up those pictures. But yes, we did see the final images, and he looks fantastic. This chat is blowing up. I know, dude. Chris, it's crazy. People, we love it. We love it in here. It's hard to keep up with the chat, and I absolutely love it. What a great problem to have. 60 people in the stream. Let's go. Imagine buying that Sideshow Rex for $1,200 right before Hot Toys announcement. LOL. Jason. Look. Let me see if you can still see it. I remember seeing this. So I was all over Facebook the day I was all over Hot Toys the day that I was all over Facebook the day that Hot Toys announced the Rex. Everybody in the Facebook chat, in the Facebook groups were especially the 6 Skill Scavengers group was posting this. Somebody bought Rex. I kid you not. I'm gonna try and find the listing. Somebody bought Sideshow Captain Rex the night before Hot Toys announced it for, like, I think it was $840. Literally the night before. Everybody just screenshotted that sold listing and posted it in the Facebook groups. It was brutal. I mean, somebody took an absolute bath on that. I don't know if I can see it. I think it's too old now. I remember it. It was like $850, I think is what it sold for. I don't know where it is, but I mean, like, if I was that dude, like, it sucks for the seller. I would totally refund that. I hope that he refunded that. What's the name of channels that hate Hot Toy community? What's that name of channels that hate Hot? I don't know what that is. Are you collecting all the Mando line? I'm not a completionist. Being a good collector, in my opinion, is about, like, being a good buyer, being a good seller, and knowing when to scale back your collection. I don't need to be a guy that needs to complete the whole Mandalorian line. I've tried to do it before. Like, I know people have done it with Rogue One, and at the end of the day, once you complete it, you're like, oh, okay. Like, I have the whole line complete, but now I have, like, some figures that, like, I didn't really want. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's like the what's a I was trying to think of a figure in the Rogue One line that people don't like, but it's hard. But like, say you want to complete the Mando line, but like you don't really want the Remnant Trooper, like don't feel like you need to complete the Mando line and pick up the Remnant Trooper. Like you don't want to have figures in your collection that you don't really like. It's not, in my opinion, it's not worth it to try and like complete a line. It's not like Black Series where like to complete a line, or like Vintage Collection where like to complete a line you need to buy like another figure for $12 or $20. It's like Hot Toys a lot of money, so no, I'm not. Hopefully they put Django up for pre-order soon. He's been teased forever. Dude, Django is so brutal. Who knows when they're ever going to do that? At least they gave us, like, let's just all, like, thank the heavens that they actually gave us Snowspeeder Luke, even though it's, like, 10 years out. At least they actually are giving that to us. Where the heck is Obi-Wan, though? Can you please give us Clone Wars Obi-Wan? Big A, this chat is always blowing up. I know, dude. I love this, I love this chat. It's so fun. We just Q&A. We just sauce it up in here. More people here. Quality draws eyes. I appreciate that. Honestly, it like blows my mind that we have like, like we very consistently have like 60 to 75 people on these live streams for only having 550 subs. That's just all thanks to you guys. You guys are an awesome community. I can't believe how many people we always have in these live streams, but it's awesome. It's always very fun. It's going for 450. Check eBay. Rex's? I see a 360, 300. If any of you guys are, I feel like most of the people that follow my channel are like, you guys are like pretty wise collectors. So you guys, I don't have to tell you guys this. Do not buy this figure. If you're going to buy this figure, I forbid you from buying this. If you really want this Rex, I forbid you from buying it for over 200. This figure is, anybody that pays $300 for this figure, why are you paying $300 for this figure? You have a Hot Toy coming out in 6 months for less than $300 that is literally better in every other aspect to this Sideshow one. Better armor. Also, if you guys have never had a Sideshow clone before, I've had a bunch. The armor stinks on them. It's like totally floppy and crappy. They look really nice. They don't feel nice. The head sculpt is just not good compared to the Hot Toys one. You should never, if anybody pays over 300 for this Sideshow piece, I'd be very mad at you. Yeah, dude. I remember someone in the group was pissed because they bought one relatively close to the Hot Toys announcement. LMAO. Yeah, dude, it's just brutal. It's just the risk that you run. I actually sold a bunch of my Sideshow clones even before. I got kind of lucky. I sold a bunch of my Sideshow clones before Rex even got announced. And after Rex got announced, I sold every single one of them. I've said it before. I had Bly, Bakara, Gree, Rex, like Coruscant Trooper, 501st, Commander Bly, I think I might have already said that one. Utapau Trooper, Airborne Trooper. I had like 15 clones at one point. I literally sold every single one of them. I was already starting to sell them because I was getting kind of worried, like if Hot Toys gets the Clone Wars license, these clones are finished. And once I saw Rex come out, I was like, okay, I'm selling every single one of them. Surprisingly, some of them just don't have like kind of held their own. Like Bly, I think I sold my Bly for 400. He still sells for like 350, 400. I don't know who's paying 350, 400 for that Bly, because that is not a $350 to $400 figure in intrinsic value. And as soon as they announced that Hot Toy, not a good investment. Just finished watching all the DC fandom hype. New Batman trailer looks dope. Dude, there's a lot of hype on the DC community. It's great, dude. I'm happy for DC fans. Fifth, I would have took that, not paid them. Hit on that. Yeah, dude. For sure. I watched MCE's YouTube channel the other day, and one of the statue collectors said the Hot Toys were dolls and looked goofy when an adult posed them. What do you think of people like this? I think you should collect whatever you want. If you think Hot Toys are goofy, that makes, like, I imagine you are a statue collector. I think statues. I think a lot of statues are kind of lame because you can't pose them. I like to be able to pose my figures. So that's their perspective. Like, I think statues are definitely like lamer than Hot Toys. With that being said, I have three Star Wars statues on pre-order right now, so I'm a hypocrite. But collect whatever you like. Definitely not toys though. If it was a toy, it wouldn't cost $250. Next Hot Toys, even though it's called Hot Toys. Next Hot Toys, Clone Commander, Wolf, Greed, Bly. I put my money on Wolf. I would put my money on... which one do I want the most? 100% Wolf. Rex is going to be my number one favorite Hot Toy, I think, in my collection once it comes out. I think Wolf would be the number one if Wolf comes out. The only thing I'm a little bit more, honestly, it could be any of them. I bet it could be Wolf. Wolf would be absolutely amazing. DC who? Dang, Austin, DC hater. Why does Sideshow figures suck compared to Hot Toys? Frowny face. Or is that what kind of face is that? Maybe that's a questioning face. The quality is just infinitely inferior. Just if you've ever held a Hot Toy next to a Sideshow, it's not comparable. Everything is every other 1/6 scale figure is not comparable to Hot Toys. Hot Toys is in a league of their own. The quality, the detail, okay, the accessory Sideshow has better accessories, fine, but quality over quantity, yeah. Star Wars prequels alongside C need more Hot Toy releases. A lot of great characters. Yeah, for sure. We need more. I love prequels. We need more prequels. When I first watched the prequels, it's hard to like them. I think they've aged okay. Episode 2 is just honestly, it's just it's unsavable for me. The Jango set fiend with Obi-Wan is awesome. The battle on Geonosis is cool. The battle with Count Dooku, I guess, is everything else about that movie is kind of just meh to me. What's funny is I think the most interesting part about Attack of the Clones is that scene where they're talking about how the clone army originated, and Obi-Wan is talking about Master Sifo Dyas, and he's like, oh yeah, this the alien chick on Kamino is oh yeah, this guy Master Sifo Dyas is the one who commissioned this whole clone army. And I remember being I was younger, especially when I rewatched it, I was wow, that is super super interesting. Who is this Jedi Master Sifo Dyas? He did it 10 years ago. This is really interesting backstory, and then they just don't explore it at all in the movie. Obviously they do in the Clone Wars, and that's why the Clone Wars is amazing, but that was probably the most interesting part of that entire movie, and they just completely disregarded it. So episode 2 is unsavable. Honestly, episode 1's kind of grown on me. I actually watched it again, I've probably seen it 5 times now, which is not that much for me for Star Wars, considering I've seen Revenge of the Sith over 15 times and Empire Strikes Back over 15 times. But episode 1, I watched it again, and I hadn't watched it in a couple years, and I was huh. I kind of had fun with that. I hate Jar Jar way less than I used to, because what's really helped Jar Jar is he's really grown into a really good meme, so it kind of makes him more bearable. Everybody knows he's a joke, so I kind of got behind it. I kind of liked episode 1 now. And then episode 3 is my second favorite Star Wars movie. I love episode 3. I want Commander Fox. Commander Fox would be sick. Jesse would be sick. I wouldn't be surprised if Jesse is next. I forget who said Wolf. Wolf would be awesome, but if I had to put money, I'd be with Matt on that one. I think it's gonna be Jesse just because he's in season 7 of Clone Wars. Jason, don't do it all smoking mirrors. DC who? Dang, Austin hater for DC. Positivity in the chat. Positivity. We gotta love our DC fans. They will have to make more Jedi to go with these clones. Yeah, but it's so much easier for them to make clones. And honestly, I'm gonna buy every single clone. But I agree. But think about if you're a Hot Toys. Okay, if you are Hot Toys and you're in R&D for figures, and you're already so behind on figures, are you really gonna spend the time to make the mold and do all of the stuff to make an Ahsoka, which is what the fans really want, or are you just gonna make another clone and give us clone Jesse? In which case, we'll probably still be very happy. If I was Hot Toys, it sucks. Obviously, I want Ahsoka more than anything right now. I'd probably just make another clone, which is unfortunate, but just joined the stream. Hope I'm not too late. Ryan, what's going on, dude? Nah, dude, not too late. We're going. How far are we? We're an hour and 30 in. It's nothing. It's nothing. We're running tonight. I'm staying away from looking at the Mythos line from Sideshow. Too tempting. Then don't ask me about them, because I have some. I talked about it in my last live stream. I was staying away from them too, and then one night I felt like I blacked out, and I may or may not have. I may or may not have ordered all 3 statues. I'm not a statue collector, but I'm a Star Wars lover. We're not talking about that though. We are not talking about that. Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead. If you want to say something, just put it in again. Anno Toys Obi-Wan, haha. I know, Corey. Were you in the stream earlier? I got in contact with them. It was a system malfunction, which is annoying. But yeah, this was in stock. This said in stock at under 300 retail, which is awesome for people. But yeah, Darkside Moff Gideon. Let's go, dude. Moff Gideon would be so sick. Dude, I'm so pumped to get my my homemade suit Spider-Man. I know I'm like the last person to get it, but I order from Steven's Collectibles. I don't order from Hong Kong, so I don't get my figures like super early. I don't feel like I need to get it early. I'd much rather get it like a better price and just wait. Do you feel $275 is reasonable for the deluxe solo? Yeah. I mean, you're basically paying retail, right? It was what, $240? Was it $242 retail, which is like $270 shipped from Sideshow? Yeah, you're basically paying retail. I don't think that figure's gonna do anything like too crazy. I think that figure got really lumped in with Mud Trooper hype because like the Mud Trooper went waitlist, and then like a week later deluxe solo went waitlist. So people are like, oh my gosh, it's gonna happen again with deluxe solo. But like, I don't think the demand's really there for as much of that figure. With that being said, I have a deluxe solo. I think it's cool. $275 is fair. Wait, so are they gonna refund the money then? Yeah. Just reach out to them on Facebook or email them. If not, they're probably gonna refund you either way. But yeah, they're like super good about refunds. Like they told me like, do you want us to refund you, or do you guys want us to hold it, because like basically they might be doing like another restock soon. I just told them to refund me. Economist, thoughts on Heavy Infantry Trooper? I actually have a hot or cold video on the Heavy Infantry Trooper. So, Heavy Infantry Mando, so definitely check that out. But I love that figure. I think it's going to be good from an investment and collector's perspective. I went a little crazy that pre-order button, lol. Okay. Austin, only positive is mods. Alright, Austin, if you say DC Who again, or any, like shade on DC, we're going to have to time you out for a bit. Only positivity in here. We're all fans of all lines. Not related to Star Wars or Marvel, but are you into Ghostbusters? I would love to see a Hot Toys line. Hot Toys line of the Ghostbusters. I'm not into Ghostbusters, but like obviously there's great Ghostbuster things out there. I'm not like a huge fan of Ghostbusters, unfortunately though. Do you know if Bespin Luke will be better than Snowspeeder? I need one definitive Luke. I would prefer Bespin Luke for sure. I don't know when we're gonna get Bespin Luke. I will answer your question with this. Think about Bespin Luke next to Empire Strikes Back Vader on the Empire Strikes Back Vader like display base. That should answer your question. Bespin Luke, I think, will be definitely my favorite Luke. Man of Hot Collectibles, what's going on, dude? Welcome on in. Where's the best place to buy Hot Toys as far as pricing? So I order all of my Hot Toys from Steven's Collectibles, because he, at least like I don't want to market it because I don't know if it's gonna be for everybody in like every state, but like I don't get charged tax, so it's always the best price for me. I don't order from Sideshow anymore. That being said, like there's like a lot of really good options out there, but I always order from Steven's Collectibles. I went to a toy store today for the first time, like a major one, and I picked up Hot Toys Ellen Ripley for $300. What's Ellen Ripley? Should I know? Should I know that? Is that a really good price? I don't follow this figure. Blitzway did Ghostbusters, but you can still get them. Yeah. Yeah, like I'm not really big into like Aliens, Alien vs Predator, but nice, dude. Yeah, Blitzway obviously did Ghostbusters set, and that set is like amazing. And did they also do the car too? Honestly, like, I don't know that much about Ghostbusters, TBH. Will there be a new Gamora and Star-Lord for Guardians 3? Yes, they will do it. Also, but where's Gamora? Who knows if we're ever gonna see a Gamora? Your DC puts-downs are as juvenile as the family-friendly Marvel you love DC mature audience who appreciates the darkness within. From Aliens, yeah, Corey, honestly, like, think she's from Aliens. Like, you know, I try and stick to the things that I know. I have never... I'm gonna put it out there. I have never seen Alien vs. Predator, like Aliens. Like, I know that, like, this is from, like, the original movie. Like, what was it, in the 80s? That's basically the extent I know that figure. Sounds like you got a really good deal, though. If it's been... I imagine this figure came out a long time ago. Blitzway is very expensive, yeah. Thanks, man. I love that franchise. Nice, dude. I mean, that's the beauty of Hot Toys. So many great franchises that you can get into. I pre-ordered the Maul Mythos first statue. Too cool to pass up. Might do the General Obi-Wan once it comes out. Honestly, the General Obi-Wan, like, the base just looks kind of weak to me. But yeah, dude, like, I'm not a statue collector. I pre-ordered that statue. And I pre-ordered the Emperor, and I pre-ordered the Ventress. I did a video on Asajj Ventress, I believe. And I talked about these statues in my last live stream. Basically, like, I'm not going to talk about these statues for too long because I know we're not a statues channel and you guys aren't really into statues. But from an investment perspective, I talked about this in the last live stream, these things just make sense to me. Your downside for these statues is like $100. Your upside might be anywhere from, you know, 30 to 100%. Like, potentially more. Like, if there's a statue like this where, like, I think I want this in my collection and my downside is $100, I'm going to buy this statue. This statue looks so sick. This is the best of the three for sure, but this statue looks so sick. Have you ever played Gears of War? I would love to see hot toy figures from Gears of War and some Locust. I have played Gears of War. I was never really that big into it. I was always more of like a COD player. Why's Gamora? I know, right? Where's Gamora? Why's Gamora? Hot Toys Multiverse, right? You gotta watch those movies, man. They are awesome. I know, there's a lot of movies I have to watch, but that was one of the ones I just never really got that interested in. This comment section is about to roast you for not watching an Alien movie. I know. All right, just roast me. Sue me. I haven't seen them. Everybody has their things that they're like can get into and get nerdy about. The Aliens wasn't really for me. I know that's a very good movie. I know we're here to talk about Hot Toys, but did anyone see the Batman trailer? Oh, don't worry. There's people talking about the Batman trailer in here for sure. Big A's into statues. Okay, I mean, like, then you've like, if you guys were in my last live stream last weekend, then you guys know my opinion on them. If you guys want me to talk about my opinion on these statues again, I can, but, like, they just make sense to me. And they look sick. I was skeptical about the Batman movie, but it looked pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, for sure. Not a huge AVP fan, but the Hot Toys Samurai Predator is cool. Yeah, I'm just not really into Aliens or Predator. I might have to add another Batman to the collection if that movie is good. There you go, and that's what happens, and that's what can cause the DC market to do well. Dang, you're showing Ventress. I gotta look away. LOL. I know, dude. The Ventress is so sick. I don't really like the look without her hood on, but this look right here is so badass. My contact told me that a few figures will be released next week. Really? Did he tell you which ones? That's sick. I haven't seen Clone Wars, so LOL, don't commit. Okay, yeah. Okay. Everybody's trying to give me heat in here right now about Alien vs. Predator. If there's people in this chat who have not seen Clone Wars, then you guys cannot get mad at me for not seeing Aliens or Aliens vs. Predator. Everybody in this chat should have seen Clone Wars, period. Clone Wars is amazing. It's all good, brother. Hot Toys have brought us all together. I know, right? Yeah, EH Designs, you haven't seen Clone Wars? Can you please get this guy? Get some heat off of me. I'm in the hot seat over here. Live streaming. I'm getting flamed because I haven't seen Aliens. I'll probably use my refund for Inno Toys to get Qui-Gon. That sucks. It was a glitch. Yeah, dude. Honestly, it was kind of annoying, but like honestly, all you really lose is time. But it was annoying that it was a glitch. What do you think goes into the Hot Toys decision to release figures when they do? For example, why Whiplash before Django? The demand for Django is greater than I would think. Whiplash is because they've already done it. It's so easy for them to just make it again. Django, they haven't done it before. They've done Boba Fett, so like I guess the sculpt is similar, but like it just comes down to production for them. And it's like the demand is certainly greater for Django, but like the R&D that I assume they have to go into for producing the Django is going to be way more than it would be to just reproduce Whiplash. So why not just reproduce Whiplash? That's what I would assume. But that being said, like, and also it's like, it's not like a huge rush for them to like put out Django because they know it's gonna sell. Honestly, Hot Toys has one of the best business models on the planet. They just have like unlimited demand for their product, and they know that they do. They literally just have us all like by the neck, and they do. I have been busy with work and school, and have never watched the Star Wars prequels nor Clone Wars. Are you? Come on, man! You're busy work, school. No. Go watch them. No. That's not an excuse. I don't want to hear about busy with work in school. It's called you take a sick day. You don't go into school. You're not doing any of that. You quit your job. Maybe you drop out of school for a little bit. Tell them you got the coronavirus and you're gonna be out of school for 2 weeks. You sit down. You tell me your address. I will send you my DVD copies of all of the prequels. I will go on iTunes and I will buy Clone Wars for you. Or I'll give you my Disney Plus login. You can go log into Clone Wars and you sit your ass down and you watch all of Clone Wars and you watch all of prequels. This is unacceptable. No, I'm just kidding. But you should definitely watch them. They're great. I mean, like, episode 2 sucks, but like the fact that you haven't seen episode 3, I was about to fall out of my chair there. You have to see episode 3. I'd love your opinion on the $800 Captain America statue. That statue looks like... God. Like, that statue is sick. Who's actually made by? I know that Gem Mint did a pretty sick review of it. Is it made by Sideshow? I'm not a statue collector. Or is it Iron Studios that did it? It's a cool statue. It's massive, though. I'm not a statue collector. Yikes. I ever actually really... in Gem Mint's review, it looked really cool. I do not like that head sculpt. That's fine, obviously, because the helmet on. Yikes, though. Who's that? Who's that? It's not Chris Evans. Who's that? It's a cool statue with the helmet on. I'm not a statue collector. I can't buy it. But, like, I will say this. While I haven't done, like, that much analysis on this statue, an $800 statue should not have a face sculpt that looks like that. A statue of that price should have a head sculpt that looks like this. Obviously, I guess this is a pretty different price point. But while that loads, this is what a statue head sculpt should look like. Where's that one picture? That one disgustingly good picture of this Joker. There's one picture where it's like, oh my. This one. This is what a statue head sculpt should look like. This is literally art. I am so tempted to get this statue. It's too big. I can't do it. But God, I might. No, I'm not gonna do it. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that statue. Gotta watch Clone Wars, brother. Hot or cold? Wait, I'm losing the chat. Rebels and Annoyance. Dude, it's pretty good. It only gets better from there. I've watched the clothes like I love it. Yeah, dude. I mean, like, come on, man. What are you doing? What are you doing over there? You gotta go. You gotta go watch it. You gotta go watch it. So if I miss your chat, just repost it. I know that like we're a 1/6 scale community here, but I do collect other things. I don't really collect Black Series as much anymore, although I still have a ton of Black Series. I still am, like, vintage collection is my bread and butter, and I did get my shipment in. I don't know how many vintage collection friends are there out there, but I did get my shipment in, and I did want to take a look with you guys. Unbox this bad boy. Unbox it for the live stream. I know vintage collection isn't you guys, but like I still collect the vintage collection, and if there are any vintage collection fans out there who, if any of you guys still collect vintage collection, I love vintage collection still. It's just such a cheaper price point, but I did get that new wave that comes with, wow, that glare's bad, K2SO on the vintage card back, which is sick. I was pumped to get that. I just ordered like the full case. We got Mark Hamill in Stormtrooper disguise. Sick figure. We also got this one in the wave, which I don't know why, but it's actually apparently like the rarest one in the wave, because it's only one per case. But we got a Power Droid in there. For the vintage collection collectors out there in the thing, did you guys pick up this wave? And then the best one in the wave for sure, Commander Wolf from Clone Wars on the Clone Wars card back. The head sculpts are like, they're getting better for vintage collection. It's still kind of meh, but like you buy vintage collection to keep it in the card on card. So yeah, I picked up this wave. I was pretty stoked to get that in. Finally, some entertainment. People are like tripping over themselves to find this in like Targets and Walmart. I don't do that anymore for vintage collection. I order everything. I don't have time to do all that. The vintage collection is legit. Oh, nice. We got some vintage collection. We got some vintage collection fans in here. Nice. I don't talk about it too much on my channel, but like I have a ton of vintage collection. Clone Wars starts to get amazing around the end of season 2. Yeah, what's the end of season 2? Is that the bounty? Is that the Holocron heist episode? Yeah, I would say that's when it gets really good too. Season 3 onwards it's fantastic. Season 7 is like it's just amazing. It's just beautiful. That the 3 episodes. Actually, I'm not gonna talk about anything. I don't want to. For any of you guys that haven't seen Clone Wars, I don't want to spoil anything. But yes, Clone Wars is amazing, and it gets very, very good after season 2. The animation also just gets better and better as the show goes on. I collect vintage collections as well. Okay, so we got some vintage collection people in here. Nice. Shout out to you guys. Maybe I'll do a vintage collection video one day. I don't want to like. I know that like not everybody's into that same stuff, so I don't want to like put stuff on the channel that people like aren't as interested in, because people like subscribe to my channel for like hot toy stuff. But yeah, for sure. Let me just get another playlist going. Let's do this one. Oh, I love this song. This is my outro, if you guys could not tell. Just some EDM music, just some EDM vibes for the boys. FTB for the boys. Only picked up Wolf so far. Nice. Okay, so I assume you're talking about the vintage collection. Yeah, dude. K2SO is sick. You should get K2SO too. How do you guys highlight people's names? Just put the @ symbol and then type their name in, and it will like pop up. Hot Toys would make so much money if they release a new clone every month. Yeah, and it would be so easy for them to do it. They would make Hot Toys is going to make so much money for a very long time. They can do whatever they want. They are fantastic. I'm curious why we still haven't seen a head sculpt for Mysterio. I say it's a lie. I don't think we are getting a head sculpt for Mysterio. Are we? Is that confirmed that we're getting a Jake Gyllenhaal head sculpt? We need a Jake Gyllenhaal head sculpt for that figure. Last 4 episodes. Yeah, last 4 episodes of Clone Wars are great. Yeah, let's just not spoil it though, especially since Hugh hasn't seen any of it yet.
Although he should be punished for it, we're gonna let him slide on this one, but you should be punished for that. That's unacceptable on this channel. Thank you so much, Economist. I'm excited to get into it, and I repeat, started watching it just because of you hyping it up. LOL. Yeah, dude. If I can hype it up anymore, I would pay you $500 to swap brains and not have seen the Clone Wars, just so that I can spend an entire weekend, couple of weekends watching all of the Clone Wars. I love the Clone Wars, and it's funny because I remember when I first started watching. I started watching the Clone Wars when it was on Cartoon Network at 9 p.m. on Fridays. And I just remember thinking, God, some of these episodes suck. They're so slow and they just totally feel filler. But if you can just push through parts of season 1 and season 2, you are smooth sailing into the sunset for the rest of that show. The Vintage Collection Economist channel coming soon. Dude, I would love to do the Vintage Collection. Unfortunately, the thing with the Vintage Collection from an economist perspective and investor perspective is it's not as lucrative as Hot Toys in the secondary market, in the sense that figures don't really go up and down in value that much in the Vintage Collection. Basically, the Vintage Collection does the same thing for most figures from a secondary market perspective. They just sell out and then kind of go up, and then they kind of just settle. A Vintage Collection figure that was $40 in the secondary market 4 years ago is probably still $40 today. So it's not that interesting to talk about. But they are amazing. I love them from a collection perspective. When y'all Clone Wars, 100% watch Rebels. It doesn't have one bad episode. Very close second Clone. Yeah, Rebels is very good too. But I would say, in my opinion, it's not that close to Clone Wars. I think Clone Wars is amazing. At 60 comments, are you buying either of the child figures from either Hot Toys or Sideshow? Which do you prefer? I saw a picture of the Hot Toys one, and the crease on the ears is unsighting. You should watch my review. I did a hot or cold on the Sideshow child. I am picking up the Sideshow child 100%, and I actually specifically talk about in that video my comparison to Hot Toys. The Hot Toys one is a bust. No, I don't like the Hot Toys one. Is there a Hot Toy stock I can invest in? LOL. You are saying LOL because you think it is a joke. I have done extensive research into trying to invest in Hot Toys. They are a private company. I think they're actually a limited liability corporation. Oh, crap. If I ever find a way to invest into Hot Toys, I would invest into Hot Toys so fast. Honestly, I'm really big into obviously I'm very big into finance. I'm a collector at heart. I work in finance. I love my job that I do now, and I have no intention of ever leaving. And there's no other jobs I'm looking at. If I would say my dream job would be to work in in some type of finance role for Hot Toys, but on the pricing side of Hot Toys and the supply demand. And I think that would be such an interesting job to do. Almost like a business type consultant for Hot Toys, and talk about work with them on how to scale up certain producing, and what figures to release, and what figures to release more of, and what figures to release less of, and what figures to pick, and how to run the business from a business perspective. First thing I would do if I was the head finance, if I was the CFO of Hot Toys, I would find as fast as I can, I would get out of the Sideshow contract that they have. They have the worst business deal ever with Sideshow. Basically, Sideshow has the best deal ever with Hot Toys. Sideshow gets to be a middleman of Hot Toys, and they basically get free money from Hot Toys because they don't have to produce anything. Hot Toys is the artist. They just middleman it and sell it wholesale, and they literally have a monopoly on the most important economy for Hot Toys, which is the American market. I really like my job. That is one job I would leave my job for in a second. That would be my dream job, is to marry my passion for finance with my passion for collecting. That would be so awesome. LOL, I'd pay $500 to unsee Clone Wars 2 just so I could rewatch. Dude, Minerva, I hear you. Welcome on into the stream. Minerva, big fan. I know you're a big fan of the channel. I appreciate you tuning into the live stream tonight. I'm going to rewatch episode 1 of the prequels right now. Yeah, dude, episode 1 is It's like low-key kind of good. It's like a guilty pleasure. Does anybody else absolutely love the intro that Disney did for the Mando series? All the essential characters reminds me of the Marvel one. I think they should attach it to everything. I love it. Yeah, everything about the Mandalorian is amazing. I'm glad you got rid of the zombie apocalypse. Had it stuck in my head, lol. Dude, I like the zombie apocalypse, but it just didn't go well with the branding. Yeah, but that was funny. Here comes zombie apocalypse. I need to, by the way, this is something I meant to ask you guys. If any of you guys are graphic designers or like something like that, DM me on Instagram. It's at @6_scale_economist. I would be really interested in like trying to work with you. I want to try and like, I love the branding on my channel, but I want to like give it a little bit more oomph and look a little bit more professional. So, and you guys have experience with that, please DM me on Instagram. That would be awesome. I can only imagine how the High Republic era figures are going to be like. Is Clone Wars on Disney Plus? Of course it is. You have no excuse to not see Clone Wars. It is definitely on Disney Plus, Amber. And it's awesome that it's on Disney Plus. Dude, I'm gonna buy a beer and just watch Clone Wars. LOL. Yeah, dude, for sure. Nothing sounds better than like Friday night after work, just going and buying like a case of your favorite beer, favorite IPA or whatever, and then just crushing some Clone Wars as you look at your thousands of dollars you've wasted into Hot Toys. That sounds like the perfect weekend to me. Yes, you keep it in mind. If Hot Toys announces an ARC Trooper, you think Jesse's gonna be the first one? I think it will be. I'm just speculating, honestly. I'm just speculating at that point, but like it just makes sense because like I imagine they do a season 7, and like obviously he was like in season 7. Of course, Clone Wars is on Disney Plus. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, 100% watch the prequel, so then after 3, you can learn more in depth about the characters of Clone Wars. Yes. Watch the prequels first, and then start Clone Wars. I agree with that. Dude, the zombie apocalypse bumps. I know. It did bump. I liked it, but it just didn't go right well with the branding. Although I'm not in love with my intro right now. I like the design that comes out, but I don't know what I want to do. Yeah. Wow, I never knew that about Hot Toys and Sideshow. Is that part of the reason Sideshow figures suck compared to Hot Toy figures? I'm going to talk about this in 1 second. It'll be way more enjoyable, but you have a little bit of info on the characters. Yep, for sure. Can't wait till this channel hits 1,000 subs. I want lots of Bull merch. Oh, let's go. It's Merch Squad. Dude, I cannot wait to get to 1,000 subs. We're pushing. What are we at right now? I think we're at... I think we're at 553 subs, so we're moving along. Like we're going. Like we're more than halfway to 1,000. I'm pumped to get to 1,000 though. That's gonna be sick. Definitely drop some merch though. People want some merch. I got this shirt and I got this. So these are ones I just created for myself, just to help with the branding a little bit. I got this shirt and then I got this crew neck. Let me just toss it on for a second. I think it's pretty cool. I don't know. Just something to run with, right? It was more just for me. But yeah, we got this crew neck. Like, pretty solid. Little modeling session. Not bad. It's going to be good for the winter episodes when it gets cold and I can do my Christmas specials. Maybe get like a 6-scale Economist Santa hat on for the hotter colds. So I don't know. Maybe. But it's too hot right now to be wearing these in the summer. I want 5s. So do I, for sure. Everyone wants 5 in that cause 100%. Already. Y'all gotta wake up early. At 6L Comments. Thanks for the stream. It was great. Yeah, dude, for sure. I appreciate you tuning in. Does Steven's Collectibles and other small outlets purchase their Hot Toy inventory from Sideshow then? Yes. Yes, they buy it wholesale from Sideshow. Take a poll on your intro. I vote for the original. That's a good point. I can't even take a poll on my channel until I get a community tab. But honestly, I like the original was more hype. The new one is more like in line with the brand. Ideally, I want to like marry both of them. I need to have a hype intro that also incorporates my brand, which is why I need to work with somebody who actually is like good at graphic design because I suck at it. So that would be ideal. You'll hit 1K soon. Hopefully, dude. We actually passed the watch hours a good bit ago, so it's just the 1K subs we need to get to, which would be sick. I would definitely snag some merch if you release. Your logo is sick. Minerva, I appreciate you. Needed a white snapback hat with a little bull logo on the side on the brim, in my opinion. That would be tough too. Yeah, I mean, like I feel like I can put out some pretty cool looking stuff. Hot Toys Taiwan album photos, no close up of Qui-Gon. He looks good though. Okay, a couple of people have asked me about the. Okay, I was talking about like my dream job would be to like work in like some type of like CFO or like obviously like I'm not gonna be a CFO of Hot Toys or anything, but like be like work in their finance department, but be on their more of like business consulting side, like telling them like how I think is the most effective way to run the business. Okay, this is essentially how Hot Toys business structure is. Actually, before we do it, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick and then we're gonna get real into it. But I think this is super interesting because I have done some research into it. 30 seconds. Alright. Okay, I wanted to talk about this, so I think this is going to be interesting. We're going to lower the music for this. Okay. So this is how Hot Toys' business model works. Okay. I'm thinking about the best purchase. Okay, so basically, there's a YouTube video on this. So this is like the like evidence for like how this happened. Basically, Hot Toys like basically geared up 10 years ago, roughly, and like Sideshow approached them at like a San Diego Comic-Con when they were like very early starting and they had like some of like their prototypes out, and Sideshow was basically like, yo, your guys' product is sick, you guys make really good products, we want to like partner with you. And Hot Toys like Daisy Hong, all those people like basically just being like artists, like I assume that they were like, okay, like sure, like we just make Hot Toys for like things that we really like Star Wars and Marvel. Like we're not really like business people. So Sideshow was like, oh yeah, like no problem. We'll like handle your business in America. Like we'll be like your official distributor for America and I think Europe too. So basically the agreement was Sideshow is going to be the monopoly that controls the Hot Toys distribution for America, and Hot Toys will produce Hot Toys and they will give them to Sideshow, and then Sideshow will basically buy an insane bulk from Hot Toys and then distribute them in America. And the condition is that Sideshow has the monopoly in America, which means that you cannot buy a Hot Toy in America without going through Sideshow, whether that being buying it from a comic shop or buying it directly from Sideshow. Comic shops in America are not getting their Hot Toys from Hot Toys. They are getting their Hot Toys from Sideshow, who is getting it from Hot Toys. What does that mean? That means that Sideshow is just taking insane money for free. It's just free money. Now, the important thing to point out is that Sideshow does take risk, right? I'm sure somewhere in their contract it says that they have to take X amount of figures no matter what the Hot Toy is. So like say they buy Darkseid Anakin from Hot Toys. Sideshow will order however many they're going to order. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. It's hard to tell what the number is. Let's just say 10,000 Darkseid Anakins. Sideshow will take 10,000 Darkseid Anakins from Hot Toys, and then they will sell it on their site, and then they will sell it to a wholesale to a bunch of comic shops in America that will then sell it at their comic shops. Dark Side Anakin is going to sell out. No problem. But for every Dark Side Anakin, for every, 2 Dark Side Anakins there's probably one, random hot toy that doesn't do so on sits, like a Episode 8 Leia. So there are downsides for a Sideshow, but overall it is an unbelievable business agreement, and it is an awful business agreement for Hot Toys. You do not need Sideshow in the equation. Like, Hot Toys should just be distributing it themselves through America, or they should set up a subsidiary in America, like Hot Toys US, that just distributes all of their Hot Toys for them. If they did that, one, they could charge a way lower price to customers, which, honestly, from a business perspective, as much as I'd love that as, like, a huge consumer of Hot Toys, I wouldn't even recommend that they would do that. They should probably just charge whatever is Sideshow doing, but they can just cut out Sideshow. Who needs Sideshow? They can do it themselves, and they could have access to the entire America market. One, they could get their figures out faster, probably, to people in America, and two, they wouldn't be just paying free money to Sideshow. So I've actually done some analysis as to how much I think a hot toy costs, and we can break that down right now, if you guys want. But basically, to me, it's pretty simple. What hot toy do I want to use as an example? Okay, we're gonna take. Okay, we're gonna take the Beskar. We're gonna take the Beskar Mandalorian Deluxe as an example. Okay, for this example, let's assume that this hot toy retails for $300 rather than $315, just for easier math purposes. I'm gonna do this example to explain why it's such an awful business arrangement with Sideshow and Hot Toys. For Hot Toys, and such an amazing relationship for Sideshow. $315. Okay. I don't know the exact number, but it's probably safe to assume, I have a general idea. The price that comic shops will get from Sideshow when they buy wholesale is probably somewhere in the 22 to 30% off of what the retail price is at Sideshow. So, it's probably safe to assume that for say this Mando goes for $300. It's probably safe to assume, we're gonna just assume 25%. It's probably safe to assume that comic book shops are getting this Mando for $225. Okay, I'm using this example to explain how amazing of a deal Sideshow gets. Okay, so if Sideshow is selling this wholesale at $225. It is then safe to assume that Sideshow is obviously also getting a very good wholesale price on their Hot Toys. Why? They have a lot of risk. There's a lot of risk in the Hot Toys that they purchase, the Hot Toys that they purchase from Hot Toys, because they're buying in such large quantity. So if they are able to give a 25% wholesale, let's just be conservative. And let's assume that Hot Toys, a Sideshow themselves, is getting a 30% discount when they buy from Hot Toys. Honestly, I think it might be actually more. It could be more than 30%, but because they're able to give such a good wholesale discount to retailers, so we're just going to assume that they get it at an extra 30% off, which means that it's really 55% off of the retail price that they're charging. It's safe to assume that if this Mandalorian, for example, is retail $300, it's probably safe to assume that Sideshow is getting this hot toy at $165, could potentially be less. Okay, think about what Sideshow's agreement is here. Just think about this. They are getting these hot toys, thousands or hundreds to thousands, a couple of thousand of these Mandalorian Deluxe sets. They are getting at $165. They are selling it for $315 retail. They're charging $24 for shipping on top of it. And they are they're doing nothing. They are a middleman. What value add do they have? They have a very, very good website, this is obviously not a cheap website to run. And then the logistics of distribution are obviously, there's a very serious cost associated with that. Whether that be the cost of actually getting them from Hong Kong over to America, and then the distribution network of actually shipping them out. But in reality, it's not that complicated. Really, at the end of the day, what Sideshow is just doing is their business expenses. They have a big-ass warehouse in California. and they take shipment of thousands of these Mandalorians. They already have agreements with wholesalers, so bang, right off the top, they're going to sell, maybe 30% of their allotment from Hot Toys to retailers at a, let's just call it 25% discount. And then the rest of it, they're just going to sell on their website. And they're going to charge $24 shipping. So they're actually honestly making money on every shipping that they do. There's no way they cost that much for them to ship it. And especially at the scale that they probably have a very good contract with UPS. Where they get a discount because they ship out so many things. No chance it costs $24 for Sideshow to ship, a one Hot Toy from California to whatever, a random person in Texas. No way it costs them $24 with the contract they have with UPS. I bet it costs them at or less than $10. They make an absolute killing selling Hot Toys, and they take on no risk. If I worked at Hot Toys, the very first thing I would do is I would try and get out of that contract as soon as possible, and I would set up I would set up a US-based Hot Toys distributor, and I would hire an entire team to run the Hot Toys distribution for America, and I would take that whole margins for myself. Which is the really crazy part, because if Sideshow is buying these Hot Toys at $165, how much does it really cost to make a Hot Toy all in, including licensing fees? And to like talk about the licensing fees, I've actually like used comparable analysis where I look at like how much Hasbro pays for their licensing fees for Marvel and Star Wars, and it's somewhere around 8% if you actually look in their 10K. It's like including all of that in, like, what is the cost for Hot Toys to make a Mandalorian, R&D and everything included? Maybe $70 with licensing fee and everything. Can you imagine them making that for $70, setting up their own America distribution and selling that bad boy for $315, cutting out Sideshow? That's what they should do. Anyways, that was my rant. That's the first thing I would do if I worked in the finance department in Hot Toys. Get out of that agreement. Sideshow is running rampant with that agreement. It's the best contract they could have ever done. I'm thinking Sideshow sells to retailers similar prices Hot Toys sells in Hong Kong. I'm pretty confident somewhere around 25% discount. But yeah, essentially. So I work partially in the gaming industry, as in I like tabletop gaming and things of that nature. When a small company creates a new RPG or something of that nature, distributing that book is. So I kind of. Not only expensive, but also very hard to get those each individual gaming stores. However, a large company like AEG distributors for most of the Midwest, they'll grab hundreds of books for that small. Yeah. Like, it's like, Sideshow's add value is the distribution. I'm sure it's a headache, obviously, to run that business. But they are getting paid, hand over fist to be able to do that. When you have something like Hot Toys, which has such demand, it's very rare, especially in the retail market, where you come across a product like this that can have insane demand for almost every single release that they have. There's no reason to be paying a company 50% margin to be the distributor for your product. They need to renegotiate. I don't know why they don't. They need to, though. Stores in Canada got 30% off Sideshow. At least that was the deal 10 years ago. Yeah, dude, that is like, 25, 30%. Like, so the fact that that Sideshow can afford to give 25 to 30% off to sell the Hot Toys to comic shops, like, that should tell you how great of a deal they're getting at least what they give to comic shops off when they buy from Hot Toys, because they take a lot of risk, right? They're buying a ton of figures from Hot Toys. RPG company, for them to do that themselves, while sure they could make $30 off a book rather than 20, it's much harder for them to do that themselves from what I've experienced. Yeah, and it makes sense to me. Like, I understand why Hot Toys originally entered into this agreement. They basically get to sell a bunch of their product in bulk to one company, and they don't have to worry about any of the distribution or logistic headaches that go into distributing their product. But come on, we're 10 years later now, and your product still has relentless demand. Like, so much demand. It's been too long. It's time to end that contract and, like, man up, pay the millions of dollars that it might cost to set up a distribution network in America, set up a headquarters in America, and take back over your company. This is your product. Sideshow is not adding anything for you. Hot Toys, you are the one that does the heavy lifting. It's the creating of your like beautiful product that everybody wants. It's not the customer service. Although the customer service of Sideshow is great, it's not the customer service that people go to Sideshow for. It's a monopoly, and it's the only place we can go that makes us go to Sideshow. It's been 10 years. You're not a new company anymore. You have to take over your own distribution at this point. You have too much demand for your product. UPS me with shipping. I live less than 3 hours from Sideshow, and all my recent shipments have been getting delayed. Yeah, I mean, none of the shippings are honestly great options. I've actually have pretty good experience with USPS, but like, yeah, none of the shippings are great. I lived less than 80 miles away from Sideshow, and they still charge me $17 It's a joke. It is a joke. They are not paying for a hot toy. They're not paying more than $10 for their shipping. No chance. With the amount of stuff they ship out, they must have a very good deal with UPS as well. The fact that you live less than 80 miles and they charge $17 is disgusting. When I ordered my last shipment from Steven's Collectibles, my 2 Han Solos, I live on the East Coast. He's obviously based out of Texas. He shipped me both 2 Hot Toys. It was $16. It's a joke what Sideshow charges for shipping. Sideshow Emperor Palpatine. I didn't even know Sideshow made an Emperor Palpatine. Hot Toys Emperor Palpatine is the answer to that question, though. I hope Hot Toys does the Suicide Squad line. That would be cool. I mean, Harley is cool. I haven't bought them, but they're cool. I've seen the stupid prices for shipping to Canada. That's whack as hell for all the collectors over there. Yeah, it's brutal. I ordered the Hazard Push Sentinel. They give free ship, but I'm a Pulse member, so it shows the shipping discount every time. It was $16 ship for that huge 26-inch figure, just to show a comparison. Yup, it's a joke. Sideshow shipping is a joke. I refuse to get ripped off by their shipping. I'd be willing to bet if this figure costs $315, Sideshow is probably getting it at 155, 160 max. Yep, that's basically the calculation we just did. It's a joke how much money they make. Like, it's like unbelievable. Like, a company should not be making that much money just to be a middleman. Like, dude, if Hot Toys came to me and they said, "Hey, 6 Scale Economist, do you want to be our official Sideshow Hot Toys distributor?" I would tell them, I am dropping everything. Give me 1 year to get set up. I will take loans from bank. I will do whatever means necessary to accumulate the amount of capital that I would need, which would be a very large capital. I would pitch to venture capitalists and like angel investors and any type of other investors I can get. I would do everything I could to run the Hot Toys distribution in America. That's how bullish I am about Hot Toys and the agreement that Sideshow has. I would drop everything and do everything I can to focus on that. That would be my single job. I would literally go out to Palo Alto and I would pitch to all of the venture capitalists out in Palo Alto, and I would tell them, I need to raise millions of dollars. I am going to be the Hot Toys distributor in America. And I would tell Hot Toys, I would see their Captain Rex, and I would say, I want 6,000 Captain Rexes, and I'm going to sell all of them. Sideshow has the best contract ever. They may like the deal they have. Yeah, they may like the deal they have, but it's just like, at this point, it's just not a good deal for them anymore. They need to increase the price that Sideshow can't make that much money. Sideshow can't make 50% margin for just being a distributor. At the time when Hot Toys entered into the agreement, it was a good deal for both parties. Sideshow was taking a bet on Hot Toys. You know, it was 10 years ago. Like, Hot Toys, who knew how big Hot Toys was going to be? And Hot Toys looked at it and they said, wow, this company is going to handle all of the headache of being the distributor for us in America, and we get to sell, like, you know, half of our product at wholesale to Sideshow, and that's just like free money for us. Like, they're looking at it and they're saying, wow, this hot toy costs $70 for us to make, and we get to sell it to Sideshow for $100. We get to double our money, and we don't have to worry about any of the distribution or anything. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, that's great at the time when you're a young company. 10 years later, and instead of making double your money, you can make 4 times your money if you handle the distribution yourself. It's time to invest in a distribution in America and handle it yourself. You don't need a third party to do it for you anymore. My Leia and Wicket, Remnant Trooper, and Fett had been delayed, and my Yoda will probably be as well. It's brutal. It's so brutal. Just too many delays. You should do an episode of the top reveal hot toy never released. That's a good idea. I'll definitely do that. I do have a decent. When will Steven's Collectibles website be up? He told me the end of the month. I need to recheck with him. I don't know how. Hopefully it doesn't get pushed back too much, but he originally told me the end of the month, the beginning of September. Everyone leave a triple B rating for their overage charges with shipping. Yeah, it's just brutal. Their shipping prices are just too much. Sideshow Rewards is just free shipping on figure of your choice. Yes, Sideshow Rewards are free shipping, but the Sideshow Reward system, even that, is a brutal system because you don't even get your rewards. It's not like you get your rewards when you place an order. You get your rewards, and you don't even get your rewards when the figure is delivered. You get your rewards like 28 or like 40 days after the figure is actually delivered. Why do they do that? They do that so they can lock you into the reward system. It's just like, I'm not a Sideshow hater. I know it sounds like I'm a Sideshow hater. I'm not. I'm just looking at it all from a business perspective. Sideshow is great, and like obviously I'm like very grateful. Like they're like, very good customer service, and they do run the distribution very well for America. But like there's just like a lot of things that they get away with that they shouldn't. Want to switch over to a different website, but trying to decide if it's worth the 20 to 40 bucks more for 1 to 2 week delays. That's a good point. I would say the big thing that you should think about if you're trying to switch away from Sideshow is to like a local shop like Steven's Collectibles is, are you willing to have your figures be like 1 to 2 weeks delayed than when you would get them if you got them from Sideshow? But if you are buying more than 5 to 6 to 7 hot toys in a year, it's switching over to that website basically means you get 1 free hot toy a year when you order from a local place from the money that you'll save. So in my opinion, it's worth it. But I also hear you that some people don't want to wait that extra 1 to 2 week delay. Jaden, what's going on, man? Welcome on in. Sideshow is Palpatine. Oh, I thought you were talking about Sideshow made a Palpatine. Yeah, Sideshow is Palpatine. 100% unlimited power. I'm glad I sold the Scarlet Witch I told you about when I got my homemade suit this week. Such a great figure. Yeah, dude, nice. That's a great sale. Yeah, I think you remember doing an Instagram of that. I'm getting my homemade suit. I think tomorrow I'm getting my homemade suit. I'm so pumped to get it. My Sideshow Jango Fett and Darth Maul Speeder listings didn't sell. I relisted them. Buy it now for lower. Kind of bummed, but that's the game. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, like when it comes for me to selling on eBay, I usually don't like sell at maximum eBay price. I just sell at a price that I think is gonna get lifted. But yeah, sometimes it just has to sit for a bit. But when I list on eBay, I always put a buy it now, and then I also always do I accept offers, like usually like up to like no less than 30% what I'm asking, just so I can like feel the market and see what happens. Like if it gets really close to like if the figure's been sitting for like 3 weeks or like a month, then I just look at the best offers, and I usually just say, yeah, maybe I'll just take one of these. Oh, I'm real late, LOL. I'll have to rewatch this tomorrow. What's going on, Adam? Yeah, dude, we've been live for a minute now. I appreciate you still joining in. Obviously, the live stream will be posted tomorrow if you want to go back and watch. The other thing with Sideshow is if you are a comics gaming store that sells hot toys, technically you're not allowed to discount more than like 5%. The manager at my store told me. Yep, that's true. This is true. I want Hot Toys Bruce Lee Enter the Dragon figure, but it's so expensive. I haven't followed the figure second market, but obviously Hot Toys Bruce Lee figures are great. Did you know that people that want to make licenses from Bruce Lee, you actually have to get permission from the Bruce Lee Foundation, which is like their family, the family of the the Lee family. I thought that was interesting. I learned that the other day. Sideshow, I am the distributor. That's good. I like that. Not yet, you're not. Sideshow doesn't want to hear that at all. Yeah, do a video on which lines has the best art boxes. I say Endgame and Suicide Squad. Endgames are cool. Suicide's cool too. Honestly, most of the art boxes are very cool. Some of them suck, but. Do you think Yoda would raise in price if Hot Toys made Episode 3 Palpatine? 1,000%, 100% for sure. That would be very good for it. I really hope we get a deluxe set Emperor Palpatine before and after getting toasted.
as a huge fan of I'll probably move over to Steven's Collectibles just to help support you. Yeah, I appreciate that for sure. But don't feel like you have to move over to Steven's Collectibles just to support me. Like, do whatever fits you best. Like, I'm never gonna be like one of those like sellout people that just like push stuff onto you guys. Obviously it helps, but and like, that's where I order my figures from. But like, I appreciate that. Griffin, I'm back. What's going on, Griffin? Welcome back. Is it maybe a legality issue for an overseas company to set up their own distribution operation in the U.S.? Is that why they need shots? So nope. You can have your own distribution in America. An example of that is, let me think of an example of that. It's definitely not illegal though, 100%. I mean, there's like tons of examples. I guess an example that comes to my mind quickly is like Yu-Gi-Oh trading cards. Like, it's from Konami, which is a Japanese company, and they have their own distribution in America. Like I think it's like actually like Konami USA, and like they distribute all of like their product. Definitely not illegal, just a really, really bad business deal by Sideshow. Either there or Collector's Zone. Yep, Collector's Zone is a really good option too. I think like Underground Comics. I've heard good things about Underground Comics. I haven't ordered from them before. Approximately the amount of surplus shipping charges you pay covers the Sideshow points you receive. It's a zero-sum game, folks. Yeah, it's just like, at the end of the day, your only reason you should be ordering from Sideshow, two reasons. One, their return policy is the best. It's really like efficient. Although I've never had to return a hot toy before personally. It's really good. And then you get your hot toys like 1 to 2 weeks earlier than you would if you ordered it from a comic shop, which is not enough for me to order from Sideshow because I order so many hot toys. It's like what I said before. I'd rather buy 7 hot toys, get 1 free ordering from a comic shop. I think the Endgame line is one of the best. The Endgame line is fantastic. It just has a lot of like the pinnacle figures from Marvel, like that you would want in your collection, like Captain America. Like that Captain America is the best Captain America to have. Do you think there's a chance Sideshow will lower their prices of hot toys? Nope, they're gonna keep raising them. They've been raising them, and they're just gonna keep raising them with inflation. There's no reason for them to lower the prices because like whatever, 70% of their hot toys sell out within like 6 to 8 months of them being on the site. If things are selling out, that means that the price is too low, and they should just keep raising it, which they probably will keep doing. It's freaking ridiculous. There's no prequel Palpatine. Yeah, for sure. We need one. What figures have you sold? I sold a bunch of figures. I sell figures. I like I said before, I think being a good collector means like selling figures. I sold like, I don't know, tons of figures, over 20 figures, 25 figures. I sold like 13 Sideshow clones. What have I sold recently? I sold my Loki. I sold my Sideshow Boba Fett. Like I said, I sold those 13 Sideshow clones. I sold my Mark 46. I sold my light side Anakin only because I already had the dark side Anakin. I kind of wanted to do a little bit of profit taking, and I feel like I didn't need both at the moment. Although I still kind of regret that one. That one was a tough sell for me. I just got really good execution. I sold one of my Darth Vaders from the Tarkin 2-pack. I sold a bunch of figures. I sold a bunch of figures, but I haven't sold any like too recently. I definitely think I'll move over to Steven's Collectibles. I'm sick of supporting Sideshow anymore. Yeah, it's just tough to support Sideshow when they just like constantly rip you off in your face. I honestly don't care at this point. Are you threatening Sideshow Master Jedi? You know what? Hot Toys will decide your fate. I would like to see a re-release of Anakin with younglings as a deluxe set. Dude, that's kind of brutal. Anakin deluxe set with a bunch of headless younglings. I don't know if Hot Toys is in the market to do that. Collector's Zone is great. Macros is wonderful to deal with. Yeah, I haven't ordered from Collector's Zone before, but like obviously like a lot of YouTubers promote them, and it sounds like they run a really good business over there. I would to see Hot Toys Commander Blackout and Commander Doom. I would love. Yeah, that'd be sick.
Okay, what was the other? Explain why Mark 47 selection. Yeah, the other thing I want to talk about is what figures. So, like, obviously, we know the figures that are coming out soon. Like, we know Mark 47 is obviously like shipping now. Hopefully, Qui-Gon's around the corner. Hopefully, Cody. What are some of the other ones? Oh, actually, you know what? Before I do that, I wanted to take a look. Let's just do the part of the live stream where we just take a look at some of the sold listings, and let's just talk about them and like think about like how some of these look. I tend to do this, as you guys know. I have this in the wrong order though. Recent first. Wow. Shock Trooper, 195. That's a good price. See, this is what I'm talking about. I remember somebody in the live stream one time said that they thought like the Remnant Trooper was going to be the next Mud Trooper or like Shore Trooper. Just look at historical analysis of troopers. Like, as cool as you think some troopers might be, the Mud Trooper is very different. Variations of like troopers and like they can just like variations of stormtroopers, like they can just like not do well. Like, it's crazy. Like, if this figure just came out now, I'm sure a bunch of people would be like, oh, this figure is gonna be like double in value in the secondary market. Like, look at this figure. Like, this is shock troopers are cool. Doesn't sell for that much in the secondary market. I'm always careful when it comes to stormtroopers. So there's people saying like, you know, Remnant Trooper gonna be next Shore Trooper. I just look at historical evidence. ESB Vader basically going what it should go for. This figure got up to like almost $500 in the secondary market before the reissue. Empire Strikes Back Yoda continuing to stay about where it's been for a while now. This figure has been stuck at 260 for like 6 months now. Wow, Emperor 500. That's the highest I've seen an Emperor sell for. Han Deluxe, also good good price there. Boba Fett, yes, keep going. More proof is in the pudding. Is this the standard? Oh my god, this isn't even the deluxe set. Right? Am I wrong? This is not the deluxe set. $415. Reissued. Supplied twice. Animated Boba Fett. Vintage. This figure was supplied twice, and you have the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett, Animated Boba Fett, and Vintage Boba Fett. And it can still go for $415 in the secondary market. And this is not the deluxe. This is the standard. The power of Star Wars Hot Toys can sometimes be relentless. Is Darkside Anakin going to crash? Nope, definitely not. If there was any catalyst for Darkside Anakin to crash, it would have been the Clone Wars Anakin coming out, and he didn't crash then. He had a bit of a sell-off. Like, he sold off to what, $475? He probably pitted with Clone Wars Anakin coming out, and he's like basically on his way right back. The only thing that can make Darkside Anakin crash is a reissue, and if Darkside Anakin ever gets reissued, which is always possible, you never know, every single one of you in this chat, I don't even care if you already have a Darkside Anakin, every single one of you will order a Darkside Anakin. I will be very mad if we ever get a Darkside Anakin reissue, everybody in this chat will order it. It is, or I will ban you from the channel. You will never be allowed to talk in here ever again. And this is honestly, like, obviously I'm joking, but like, that would be an insane reissue. And the fact that what Boba Fett is doing right now, Darkside Anakin would do that, but to an even greater extent, which is why I emphasize this to you. And I talked about this earlier in my live stream if you weren't in. Buy Mark 47, period. Buy Mark 47. People try and collectors try and overcomplicate this, like, investment game that Hot Toys is. History just repeats themselves. Demanded figures will be demanded. Iron Man Mark 47 will do well in the secondary market. Even if it sits in stock for 6 months or a year, it will do well once it sells out. It's very similar in characteristics to Anakin or Boba Fett. Like,
If Boba Fett can be in, when did Boba Fett go weightless? A month ago for the second time. If it's already at $415, it's disgusting. Like, to answer your question, no, Darkside Anakin will not crash. Darkside Anakin is probably, and it's my favorite hot toy in my collection. It's probably a lot of people's top 3 favorite. I imagine for Star Wars. Buy 10 Darkside Anakins if he gets re-released. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you're joking, but if Darkside Anakin got reissued, I would look at my my like personal investment portfolio, like my personal stock portfolio, and I would seriously evaluate what type of return I think I can get leaving my money in the stock market versus what type of return I can get ordering 10 Darkside Anakins or I don't know, 20 Darkside Anakins at retail. And I would, if the return on those Darkside Anakins is better, I would maybe consider moving money out of my like stock market account and investing it in 20 Darkside Anakins. That's how and it's so funny because the same thing would happen again. They would reissue Darkside Anakin. There would be tons of people saying, "Oh, this figure is getting reissued, and it already sat for so long. This figure is going to be too oversupplied. It's not like." This figure's not going to do well in the secondary market. Like, I don't want this figure, whatever. It's going to do the same exact thing again. It's a very simple process for some of these figures. Some figures are more complicated than others for sure. Darkside Anakin is just like, it will just do it again. If they reissue it, I don't know. Maybe I'll order 20 of them. I owned the Darkside Anakin twice, honestly. I honestly didn't really like the figure. I sold it twice. Dang, Jason. You're alone on that one, buddy. I do not agree with you on that one. I love Darkside Anakin. I think he looks so perfect. It's such an amazing figure. Thinking about going in on Rex, like 20 LOL. Zero chance of it going below retail, even if he's released through the roof. Better than stock market IMO. EH Designs, you have a very, very logical argument. If you like, in a good, like on the average year, the S&P 500 returns 10%. When Captain Rex sells out, you will make more than 10% on the Captain Rex. The issue with it is that there is a cost associated with the time that it takes to actually sell every single hot toy. So that is important to keep in mind, but like 20 Captain Rexes could very well do much better, give you a much better return. What's 20 Captain Rexes? What is that? What is that, like $5,500? $5,500 invested into Captain Rexes might very well do better than leaving $5,500 in the market. I don't think you're crazy at all. What makes Darkside Anakin so much better than Lightside? Isn't it only the head sculpt with the Sith eyes? The Lightside is very good too, but they captured the Sith eyes look so perfectly, and I've had them both in hand. Correct me if I'm wrong. I said this in my review. I'm pretty sure the skin complexion of Darkside Anakin is lighter than the Lightside Anakin. I never really like looked at it too close in person. I compared it side to side, but I'm pretty sure the skin tone is lighter, which looks really sick. And then the base that comes with Darkside Anakin is insane. That's also a very huge difference. The base is so sick. They only let you buy 2 of each figure, though. Oh, no. You can find more. You can find them. If you want 20 Captain Rexes, you can absolutely find 20 Captain Rexes. Darkside complexion is lighter. Yes, yeah, that's what I thought. You can only buy 2 from Sideshow for Captain Rex? You can buy them from any comic shop. And you can find a comic shop. You can call a local comic shop, and they'll let you pre-order 10 through them. I don't see them reissuing Darkside Anakin. You never really know. They could. I mean, I'm sure they have their eye on it for how much it goes for in the secondary market. And it would be very easy for them to reissue it. They obviously just did the Clone Wars Anakin. But yeah, I actually, being an owner of Darkside Anakin, you would think that I would not want to reissue, because obviously if it reissued, the price would crash. Like, that would make the price crash, obviously. I would be more excited if they reissued Darkside Anakin, because I would probably order... I would put some good money into Darkside Anakin if they reissued it. There are very little financial products in the market that have such a clear path upwards as Hot Toys. And to EH Design's point, he basically said it perfectly. Why not get 20 Darkseid Rexes, 20 Darkseid Anakins or 20 Captain Rexes? If it's going to your return is going to be better than you'll get in the market. And it's not scalping. It's just investing. Like, anybody can do it. Go do it if you want to. And the only people that are going to be mad at you when you're selling your Captain Rex for, $500 in the secondary market are the people that slept on it because they didn't want to buy it, and now that they decided they want it because they realized that it goes for $500 in the secondary market, they want to pay you retail for it. It's not the way it works. You took the risk. Like, if I saw EH Designs on eBay had 5 listings of 5 different Captain Rexes that he was selling for $550 each, I would clap my hands for him. Because why? He had some huevos, and he took some risk, and he bought 20 Captain Rexes, and the only people that are going to be mad at him are the people that slept on the Captain Rex, and they don't have one, and they now want one, but they got to pay, $550 to get it. EH Designs took the risk. He should be compensated for it. Up to 71, it's almost 12. Up to 71, and it's almost 12. Dude, I know. What do we got? We got 70 people in the live stream. Let's go. Smash that like button if you haven't already. I know we have 54 likes. Honestly, a lot of you really already have smashed the like button, which is awesome. But if you haven't liked it, make sure to like. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, I'm just going to do a plug. I assume most of you guys are subscribed. But if you haven't subscribed, my name is 6 Scale Economist. I now do reviews of Hot Toys, but I also mainly focus on talking about Hot Toys. I talk about them from a collection perspective. I talk about them from an investment perspective. I try and add in some videos where I talk about just Hot Toys in general and how to think about it from a finance perspective. That's a huge focus of my channel. If you guys are growing your Hot Toys channel and you want to do it in the most financially efficient way, and you like to think about Hot Toys from an investment perspective, consider subscribing and turning on the notification bell. That's my plug. Okay. Sorry, I gotta catch up a little bit. Shore Trooper should be reissued for the same reason that Mark 47 is. Yep. Like, honestly, like, they could reissue so many figures, for sure. I'm gonna invest in 20 Jawas and Gonk Droids. Anthony, I will short you 20 Gonk Droids and Jawas. 100%. If you want to invest in it, go ahead. I obviously know you're kidding. That would be the worst investment ever. That would be so brutal. Actually, no. The worst investment ever would be buying 20 Sith Jet Troopers. I would short you. I explained what shorting was for those of you guys who either don't know, like, in my last video. I would literally short 50 Sith Jet Troopers if I could. Short them all. You just have to add balls. Yep, exactly. And you should be compensated for that. Should I get the Hot Toys Obi-Wan Deluxe from Anno Toys? It's $330 without shipping costs. It's a good price. But honestly, that's sat on Anno Toys for a while. Like, that's been there for over 5 months. So what is that? $360 shipped? Honestly, yeah, I mean, it's a good deal. I would message them and see if it comes with the shipper box, and then but like, honestly, like, yeah, but that has sat in stock for a while. I don't think it's a crazy idea to message them and ask them maybe if you can get a discount, but like, that thing has been there for a while. Wait, Corey, you ordered the Mud Trooper, right? Honestly, what I would recommend is you should reach out to Anna Toys and be like, hey, like, kind of play dumb and be like, hey, I ordered the Mud Trooper, like, when am I getting him? And then they'll give you, like, the whole spiel where, like, they had a system error, and you'd be like, wow, that's really, like, unfortunate. Like, this is my first time ordering whatever from Anno Toys. Instead, can you just give me, like, the Obi-Wan Deluxe set for, like, a discount? That's what I would do. Words of wisdom. I appreciate you. What about Death Trooper? It's kind of like a reissue. Yeah, Death Trooper is a great issue. I did a video on it, so definitely check it out if you haven't yet, but I really like Death Trooper from an investment perspective. I like it way more than I like Remnant Trooper, or anything. At Economist, think the pending release of Clone Wars Anakin will reduce the overall value of light side Anakin. Seriously looking into picking him up. Ryan, the big thing is, when Clone Wars Anakin was announced, I talked about it in my video. When Clone Wars Anakin was announced, that was the time to pick up Anakins. Darkside Anakin there was Dark Side Anakins in Facebook group for 450, which that I know that sucks to hear for any of you guys who don't have Dark Side Anakins, because now he's basically back to like 575. The time to get it is when it got announced, because that's when the real panic happens. And then now it's basically up. Your next chance is going to be when Clone Wars Anakin actually releases. I do expect the light side Anakin to come down in price once Clone Wars Anakin comes out. And that's just the relative value thing I explained earlier. Because Clone Wars Anakin is like a lot more similar to light side Anakin. Like Dark Side Anakin is in a league of its own, because it's a pretty significantly different representation to like Clone Wars Anakin, Light Side Anakin, in that the face sculpt is like that Sith eyes does make a difference, and like the characters that you can display that figure with are different. Like you're not really gonna display your Dark Side Anakin with like Captain Rex and clones, although that would look badass. It makes like more like theatrical sense to display it with Light Side Anakin or to Clone Wars Anakin. So when Clone Wars Anakin actually comes out, because like say that figure sits in stock for a while at 260, that's naturally going to bring the value of light side Anakin in the secondary market probably lower, because you're going to see more sellers. For one, you're going to have people that own light side Anakin that see, like, say it's selling at $500 in the secondary market. They're going to be like, wow, light side Anakin's selling at $500. I don't really need two Anakins. I'll just sell my light side Anakin at $500 and I'll go buy Clone Wars Anakin at retail. So then you'll start to see like light side Anakin come closer for relative value and come closer to what Clone Wars Anakin is. And you'll also have people who are entering the Hot Toys market, and the demand will be less for light side Anakin, because they'll be like, wow, I really want an Anakin in my collection. I'm going to pick up light side Anakin. Oh, wow, he's going for $500 in the secondary market. I'm just going to go buy the Clone Wars one brand new retail for $260. And then that's another reason why you'll see light side Anakin come out. So, like, you had two opportunities to pick up light side Anakin. It was when Clone Wars Anakin was first announced. Your next best chance is going to be when Clone Wars Anakin actually comes out and that relative value starts to compress a little bit. Somebody tried buying my Ghost Rider Marvel Legends for $16. I was like, WTF, I feel disrespected. Had people trying to buy him for like 35 plus shipping. Like, why would I ever? Yeah, dude. Like, dude, there's always people that like. There was a really bad one. What was it? Oh, it was my light side Anakin. When I decided to sell my light side Anakin, at the time he was like $475 in the secondary market, I want to say. I posted it in the Facebook group, and one of the first people that messaged me, he messaged me and he was like, "Hey, and this was the light side Anakin that I bought off Anno Toys off of a restock. So I got it for like you guys already know this story, but I got it for like 270. It was like 270 shipped. And he was like, I think I listed the Anakin, yeah, like for like I listed it for like 450, I think. Like I think I listed it for 450 plus shipping in the Facebook groups, and this dude messaged me and he was like, "Hey, I will pay you. Hey, do you still have like Anakin for sale?" And I was like, "Yep." And he was like, "Cool. I'll pay you like 275 shipped for it." And I was like, "Okay, cool. Like, no worries. Like, not gonna sell it there." And he was like, "Why?" question mark. And I was like, because he's sells for $475, $500, $525 in the secondary market on eBay. I'm actually selling it less than it sells for on eBay because I kind of just want to sell it into the Facebook group and not have to deal with eBay. And he was like, "How much did you pay for it?" question mark. And I said, I paid $270 for it. And he was like, "And how much did it retail for?" I was like, "I don't know. I think it retailed for like $220. And I kind of knew he was getting at, but I was kind of playing with his game for a little bit because I was kind of just annoyed. And he was like, "Why would I pay you that much? I know, like, you paid that much. You paid like $270 for it. Why would I pay you $475 for it?" And then I did my whole rant. I was like, one, I can sell this for $515 on eBay right now if I wanted to. Why would I sell it to you at retail? And two, what am I going to go do? Okay, let's say I sell it to you at $275. Am I going to take that and then I'm going to go, what's the figure that I want to have? Oh, I really want a K2SO. And somebody was selling one for $600. What am I going to go to him and tell him, "Hey, sell me your K2SO at retail, what you paid for it, $250, whatever it is?" He's going to say, buzz off. Why would he sell it to me when he can go sell it at $600 in the secondary market? There's always salty people like that. Don't pay no attention to them. Get paid for what you get. Because guess what? When you're ready to go buy a figure in the secondary market from somebody else, they're not gonna sell it to you for what they paid for it. Yo, what up, Economist? Been watching your vids lately. And just subscribed. I enjoy the way you break down Hot Toys from this type of perspective, and just subscribe. Keep up the good work. TX Boy 210, welcome into the family, and I appreciate you subscribing, man. I appreciate the kind words. Every sub counts. We're on the road to 1,000. I appreciate you enjoying the content. Still got 69 people in the stream. Let's go, dude. Loving the support tonight. These streams are awesome, man. I'm sure we'll see another appearance of Shore Trooper in some Star Wars movie or TV show. I hope so. I just need a 2-second cameo and then give us a new Hot Toy. I'd be so down. Here's an idea for Hot Toy 2021 exclusive. Concept, Dark Side Luke or Obi-Wan. Oh. That would be so sick. So sick. I want to buy some limited edition First Order Stormtroopers. I like the limited edition ones with the cigarette and the homeless cardboard sign that says, "Please buy me." That's funny, Nathan. Yeah, they're all homeless, dude. I'm pretty sure that Jedi Finn's also in there with them. When are you gonna do DC? I don't know. Like, oh, you mean like when am I gonna get into it? Like, it's just not there for me. Okay, I will be back 30 seconds. Be right. I'm drinking a lot of water over here. Nothing. 2 seconds. 30 seconds. Okay, back. I'm back. I'm here. Lucas Lopez, love your vids, bro. Keep binging them. Let's go, dude. I appreciate the support, man. I love hearing people binge my content. That's fantastic. Very expensive because they only ship DHL, but it comes extremely fast to you. Yeah, I assume, Popsick, I assume you're talking about Anno Toys. Yeah, the shipping is insane. It's expensive, but they've lowered it. They actually quote the shipping now, so it's only like 30. I think it was what? Corey, you know, right? It's like $38 now to ship from Anno Toys, at least for me and on the East Coast. It will literally get to you from the Philippines in 2 days. Just waiting on this live to end so I can go buy these beers and start binging Clone Wars. LOL. I love it, dude. I love it. That sounds like a fun ass night. The person that disliked this stream was an avid Hot Toys DC fan. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. Like, I'm just like not that big into DC, and I don't want to like try and fake like knowledge. I do need to do my due diligence. I know. I owe it to the DC fans. I know I owe you guys. Jedi Finn will be like JJ. When will I become a Jedi? Good question for another time. Yeah, dude. Ugh, I hate DHL in my city. They're useless. Really? DHL is great for me. What's the next best Hot Toys pre-order for you guys? That's a good question. Popsick, I paid 60 to 70 rip for shipping. Dude, I know, it's brutal. When they were doing, before they had their system up, they would like, it was like 60 to 70 for shipping. Now, to be fair, I will say this, I haven't actually ordered from Hot Toys, from Anno Toys since they fixed their shipping pricing thing, so I don't know if it's actually gonna be $38. But when you go to buy a figure on Anno Toys right now, it quotes you the shipping and it's like $38. Let's do this. Let's look at the things on pre-order right now, and let's talk about some of the ones that we think are really good. Do you think Incinerator Trooper is a good investment? I have a video coming out on him soon. I think it should be coming out like it's coming out early this week. But I guess like my quick analysis is I think it's like pretty good, but I think people like you need to be careful on Stormtroopers. You need to be careful on Stormtroopers and variations of Stormtroopers. It's very easy to try and get value trapped in them. There's a lot of Stormtroopers and variation of Stormtroopers that just don't do that well in the secondary market as much as you might think they will, because there's just like so many options. Like we just looked at sold listings on eBay. That Shock Trooper went for $195, and like you probably would have thought like that's a really cool figure. But that being said, like I think it will be fine. Like it's not gonna go below retail, so you'll be fine. And I think it's pretty cool from an investment perspective. I obviously have one on pre-order. I'm with Economist. Only badass character they got is Batman. Yeah. Wait, sorry. Did someone say something on DC? I might have missed it. I'm super happy because I have. I got to ship to my grandma's house if I use Innotoys. Oh, they charge $50 extra to ship to my PO box. Oh, that's tough. Yeah, dude, ship to grandma's. Tell grandma you got like 15 Hot Toys coming in. Your thoughts on the comedian? I think they're cool. I assume you're just talking about Toy Eras and all the third-party ones. We're just never gonna get a Hot Toys Joaquin Phoenix. With that being said, I love the Joker show. I didn't order any of them. The face sculptures aren't good enough for me. Is the humorist the one where he's in his outfit? That one was like recently announced, right? That's the one where he's in his outfit in the beginning of the show. I think that one looks a lot better for sure, but that's not the representation that I would want of the Joker. Who made the humorist? Yeah, this face sculpt looks a lot better, but I wouldn't want the I want the classic look of Joker in my collection. That being said, the prices are so cheap for those. What are we over here? I just bought Bruce Alfred Armory set, MMS 236. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, it's a really cool set. That one has always surprised me because it just never really went for like anything too crazy in the second. What did you get? What did you pick it up for? Like $550? It's a really cool set. I don't like how baggy the clothes are on Alfred. That's why I never picked that one up. But I love the Dark Knight. I think the flamethrower makes him unique enough to hold his own in the secondary market. Agreed. I talk about that in my video for sure. Do you think we'll get a Robert Pattinson Batman? I think somebody asked us earlier. Yes, we will. We'll get. They'll definitely give us one. I'm sure. And that will be a cool figure, Robert Pattinson. But as I said a couple times now, if they give us a Robert Pattinson Batman, I want a Robert Pattinson Cedric Diggory from Harry Potter. I got the Incinerator Trooper on pre-order. He looks badass. Yeah, dude, he looks really sick. But from an investment perspective, like it's not one that I can get like too crazy on, just because like if you had asked me if the Shock Trooper looks sick, I would have said yeah, I think the Shock Trooper is cool. But look, the Shock Trooper just sold on eBay, years after it sold out, less than retail. But I really like the Incinerator Trooper for sure. I guess like Hot Toys. What is it? Oh, we're gonna get to it here. We're gonna go through here. So, I just want to talk about some of the pre-orders that I'm really excited for. Some of these have like already been released, I guess. Spider-Man 2099. Did not order this. Definitely, I didn't want that figure. Obviously, very excited for Snow Speeder Luke. Who knows? I'm gonna close some of these tabs actually because we got a lot of tabs going on. Makes it easier to look at. The Mandalorian and the Deluxe Child set I'm not really excited for. I think that set looks terrible. Obviously kidding. This is probably, aside from Captain Rex, this is my probably most figure I'm most excited for. God, I can't wait for that. Mandalorian, hopefully I should be getting that soon. I think I have 2 of him coming in. Pumped for that one. Hey Economist, have you pre-ordered Luke Snowspeeder? I haven't pre-ordered him yet just because it's so far away.
I'm in no rush. Like as a person, like if you work in finance, like there's no reason to pre-order something 2 years out and lock up your money. You can earn interest even if it's $30 down payment that you put down. You can earn interest on that for 2 years, and while it might be pretty marginal, like there's no reason to pre-order it this early, in my opinion. When do you think Beskar Dinjarin will sub? Hopefully before the end of the year. So let me get this right. From an investment perspective, clone troopers are not that good of an investment, but Cody and Rex are. Stormtroopers can be hit or miss. Not clone troopers, stormtroopers. And Cody and Rex are also different because they're not. No. Let me make this very clear. Clone troopers are very good investments, and like Rex, Cody, all of these are going to be very good. Stormtroopers and variations of stormtroopers can be tough, like Remnant Trooper, Short Trooper, Jedi, like all of these different troopers that you have that are like variations of the Stormtrooper. Return of the Jedi Stormtrooper. Most of them like sit at retail or go slightly above retail. They're not bad investments. Like they do fine. They're not going to go below retail, but if you told me which one do you think is going to do better from a secondary market perspective, Remnant Trooper or Commander Cody, all of my money would be on Commander Cody. Clone Troopers are where the money's at. Yep, for sure. What other figures I'm really excited for? Vintage Boba Fett should be great. Captain Rex is kind of a dud. I'm so excited for Captain Rex that I don't even like. I try not to do this. I'm gonna click into it again. I try not to click into this thing because I'm so excited for this figure. I don't even like to look at the images because of how long it's gonna be until we get it. I feel like we do this once a stream. Can we just look at Captain Rex again? He is going to be so awesome. This backpack. Did we get a confirmation in the secret base image that this backpack is not that bullcrap Boba Fett backpack where it hooks on? This is fully magnetic, right? Can anybody confirm for sure? I can't remember from the secret base images. Can we just take a second to recognize that they are actually giving this Ahsoka clone trooper head sculpt? That is so awesome. They totally did not need to do that. They went so over the top with this release. My god. F the Mark Mysterio. Yeah, it's just plastic. It's not diecast. It's not doing it for me. I was super excited for this figure until I saw that it was diecast. It's just not doing it for me at non-diecast. $420. Rex and Cody aren't just base clones, though. They are characters with fan following. Yeah, exactly. Like, Rex and Cody are so different than what I'm talking about from Stormtroopers. One, they're not even just clone troopers. Yeah, exactly what Adam said. They are real characters. They have actual character development. Clone troopers are the best investments, TBH. Yep, they are. 100%. We need Dark Saber Moff Gideon. Yeah. Just FYI to the chat, you can use one of the drop downs to show prices in USD on AnnoCho's website. You don't have to do Google currency conversion. Wait, really? I didn't know that. Jay, I've been shopping on AnnoCho's for so long. I always do the conversion. Where's the drop down? That's interesting. I guess it's convenient. I always just converted it on Google. Where were we? Right here. Yes, Rex and Cody will cost more than plain clones, but the increase in price for regular clones will be greater than Stormtroopers. Yep. Yeah, I think you said it perfectly. You make me laugh. Captain Rex is a dud. You know you effing with us. Yeah, of course. Come on. What are we doing? Yeah, come on. If you guys think that I think Rex is gonna be a dud, you guys are crazy. Come on. You crazy dog. Captain Rex is the best. Like this is what you guys should be getting. Like, if there's one thing I can't make more clear in my channel, it's Captain Rex. If Sideshow crap version of Captain Rex can go for $1,200 in the secondary market, imagine Captain Rex in 8 years when Captain Rex has been sold out for 6 years and they say they haven't done a re-release. If you guys want to tell me that in
in 6 years, if they don't do a re-release ever for Captain Rex, and you try and tell me that Captain Rex from Hot Toys is selling at retail, I would buy, in 6 years, I would buy every single one of them at retail. There's no chance. Think about how preposterous that sounds. Captain Rex, as cool of a figure as that looks, as much demand as that figure has, in 6 years, selling at retail still in the secondary market after being sold out for 6 years. You're crazy. No chance. Look at what the Sideshow one did. And it was Sideshow. There was a time period, it was like in, I remember specifically, it was like in November of 2019. There was an insane everybody was looking for Captain Rex Phase 2 in Facebook groups. It was like a month-long period, and if somebody posted a Phase 2 Captain Rex, Sideshow Captain Rex in a Facebook group for $1,200, that would sell in less than 2 days. That's how much demand there was. Wait, you really think Din Jar will ship by the end of this year? Best car version? Isn't it scheduled to ship? Am I losing my mind over here? Am I you know, wait, yeah, what am I saying? This figure is shipping in the spring, right? I'm losing track. I got so many figures on pre-orders I can't even remember. Yeah, what am I saying? My bad, dude. I was just like, I got Captain Rex on my mind. No, this figure's not shipping this year. I don't know, why did I think that this figure was shipping for the end of this year? Captain Cody and Rex in the secondary market, people are going to complain that it's too high. They're both going to be golden eggs. Yeah, dude, they're going to be so sick. Dodgers walk-off home run. Yeah, so bummed the Mandalorian Season 2 didn't drop. Trailer. Dude, I don't watch trailers. I've never watched any trailers for Star Wars or like anything. Any show or movie that I'm definitely going to watch no matter what, I never watch trailers for. I don't need any of it spoiled. Like, I never watched one Mandalorian trailer before it came out. I see the drop downs on the right corner near where you click to sign in. Of course, I'm on my phone browser, so it might be a different extension, but it's hard to see Eddie Kalo. Oh, I didn't know that. You sound like a 5-year-old on Christmas when you talk about Captain Rex. Oh, I know, dude, because that's how pumped I am for it. I'm super pumped for Rex. I'm super pumped for Cody. I'm really, really excited for this Captain America. I really hope that we get this Captain America soon. But the most hype... Dude, there's a lot of Marvel figures I'm really pumped about right now. I cannot wait for my Mark 47 to come in. I was tripping on that too, but I was wishing it was true that we get Best Car Man this year. I don't know why for some reason I thought we were. I'm losing it. I'm losing it over here, boys. That 195 Short Trooper was without accessories, just the base Trooper. Ah, I see. That makes sense. But even then, like, I guess like the Shock Trooper just... Yeah, that was surprising. Shock Trooper usually sells for like 300 in the secondary market. But even like other ones, think about the A New Hope 2-pack set for Stormtroopers. That sits in Facebook groups at like $400. I'm obviously super pumped for Qui-Gon. I'm really excited for this heavy infantry Mandalorian too. That's gonna be a cool one to have displayed. Yeah. There's a lot of things I'm excited for. But alright. It has been an awesome stream. Thank you all for tuning in, but I think that we are going to have to get ready to wrap this up. Nathan, do you remember me and other subscribers? Of course, dude. Yeah, Nathan, you're the guy who just finished his sophomore year of high school. I remember, especially all of you guys that are like comment on a lot of my videos. I respond to all. That's me responding to all of your guys' comments. And I for sure remember all of you. Nathan, you're the guy that just finished sophomore year of high school. At Economist, did you pre-order Heavy Infantry Trooper? 100% I did. But yeah, I think that we are going to call it here. Remember, this is Six Scale Economist. If you guys enjoyed tonight's live stream, we try and do the live streams at least once a week, typically on Saturday. So, this is another great live stream. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I review hot toys. I talk about hot toys from a collection perspective. I talk about hot toys from an investment perspective. And you guys know the rest. So thank you all for coming into the stream again tonight, and I appreciate all of your guys' support. Yeah, was this the longest stream? 3 hours and 20 minutes. I'm exhausted, but it felt like it was 30 minutes. It was a fantastic stream. It's always fun just chatting with you guys. Thanks for another stream. I'll watch it start back tomorrow. I appreciate all of you. Adam, Griffin, Kunjik, Love, Andreas, EH Designs, Big A, Tallman, Nathan, Ryan, Richie, Adam Muhal, Charles, Amy, Amber, It's Popsig, Big A, all of you guys. You guys are all fantastic. Ryan Sumter, Jay Ford, all of you guys. Negan, X-Army, Alexis, Ortiz, EH Designs. You guys are all, fantastic, and I appreciate all of you. Don't give up, homie. I appreciate you. The road to 1,000 subs. We're making it ride. We're making it run. Can't do it without all of you guys. So I appreciate all of your support. And with that being said, we'll let the music run a little bit, and we'll shut this baby down. So as always, this is Six Scale Economist. We will see you in the next live stream. We will see you in the next video. Have a good night, everyone.